Hey guys, I think we are live. We have two videos to go over. I'll check the news. I think it is the civil rights lawyer. Shout out to John Bryan. He is, I'm pretty sure he's a practicing lawyer, which is good. And then the BBQ counselor, also a practicing lawyer. So shout out to BBQ counselor as well. Whoa, okay, so I realize my AirPods have been, and my Magic Mouse is almost dead. So, gotta recharge the Magic Mouse. Yeah, huge fan of the BBQ counselor and as well as the civil rights lawyer. So, we'll get to it. Shout out to Ristic Siphon. Amazon Prime Day, not actually that much to buy, surprisingly. So, yeah, not that much to buy on Amazon Prime Day. I am supposed to pick up a Pokemon collection today, so I'm excited for that. Should be pretty interesting. And yeah, there is some progress. I'm spending this weekend at a Pokemon card convention, not selling, but just like community building, if you will. So that's what's going on for me. I still do need a Ristic Siphon. Hey, Red Hair. Hey, the Colin. I think we can begin now. Yeah, Prime Day was not very useful. It was like $10 off diapers, and it was like, okay, cool, thanks. Okay, let's continue. So this is the civil rights lawyer, and he has his most recent video, which is part 3. We are going to not Denon's this video. We're going to fair use the video. Okay, here we go.
Covering the story of how a single phone call between two drama queen grown men, Josh Johnson and Officer Tonga of the American Fork Police Department,
Sorry, could you spell that for me?
Yeah, bricks and minifigs.
Somehow escalated into a worldwide internet phenomenon that has permeated every layer of content and discussion in our society.
Bring up the brightness of this photo a little bit, and my gosh.
We have, in fact, unfortunately determined that bricks and minifigs can stuff it.
Yeah, you dumb doodoo heads! Drop your lawsuit against Ben because he's basically Batman.
They need to make things right.
So that's Tara Strong, who, if you know anything about like U.S. cartoons, he's like in everything.
And it starts with making him whole and dropping that lawsuit, you actual imbeciles, man. It's crazy.
Everything from lawyers on YouTube.
My big concern here is that this becomes a
Legal Bites and her dog.
retaliatory playbook used by bullies who get called out for their wrongdoing.
My first LEGO sets were Classic Town, Futuron, Blacktron, and Space Police 1. So
Our good friend Legal Eagle.
don't cite the deep magic to me. I was there when it was written.
They say that they delivered a package containing undisclosed but humiliating items.
Emily Baker.
They're not talking about a package with rubber ducks, are they?
It's not often we get our chambers full.
Oh.
So it's nice to see people.
Hey, it's me, Lus. Shout out to myself. Yeah, I think a lot of people were surprised to see the cameo because, like, shout out to civil rights lawyer. I mean, I'm by far the smallest channel out of what you saw. I mean, if you see, we'll go back to the channels again. But, like, if you go back and you look at the channels, holy shit, they're big channels. They're like, Coffeezilla, the legend. So I guess it begins with Coffeezilla. Yeah, obviously the owner of Patreon. So let's go back and take a look.
Yeah, so I mean, conjointly, if he's drinking, this guy's probably the one that purchased it for them, probably, right?
We've been covering the story of how a single phone call between two drama queen grown men, Josh Johnson and Officer Tonga of the American Fork Police Department,
Sorry, could you spell that for me?
Yeah, bricks and minifigs.
somehow escalated into a worldwide internet phenomenon that has permeated every layer of content and discussion in our society.
Bring up the brightness of this photo a little bit.
Yeah, you got Coffeezilla. He's 1 million plus easily. Probably like 4 million, something like this.
And
the civil rights lawyer is already almost at 2 million. So these are huge YouTubers.
my gosh.
We have, in fact, unfortunately
This is the creator of Patreon. So there you go.
determined that bricks and minifigs can stuff it.
Yeah, you dumb dude.
And this is Tara Strong, who is the voice for Bubbles, but she's voiced in like so many different characters in American cartoons.
Doodoo heads! Drop your lawsuit against Ben because he's basically Batman.
They need to make things right.
Penguin Z, Moist Critical, again, probably like what does Moist have? Like 8 million, 6 million, something like that.
And it starts with making him whole and dropping that lawsuit, you actual imbeciles, man. It's crazy.
Everything from lawyers on YouTube.
My big concern here
Oh, so legal bites is huge, right?
is that this becomes a retaliatory playbook used by bullies who get called out for their wrongdoing.
My first Lego sets were Classic Town, Future
Obviously, Legal Eagle. He has almost 4 million subscribers.
on Blacktron, and Space Police 1. So don't cite the deep magic to me. I was there when it was written.
They say that they delivered a package
Emily Baker is huge. In the millions.
containing undisclosed but humiliating items. They're not talking about a package with rubber ducks, are they?
It's not often we get our
And us. So congratulations, us. Congratulations, everyone in chat and all the people watching. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool.
chambers full, so it's nice to see people.
It's not often we have our chambers full. It is nice to see people.
To stand up.
Oh, yeah. Moist is 18.1. Yes. Yeah, these guys all have like million. I think maybe Legal Bites is the smallest, but she's like 500,000 or something like that. But yes, congrats team. Thank you, everybody. Wow, yeah, that's great, guys. That is great. So we'll continue on.
Up comedy.
It is wild to watch Josh Johnson.
Yes, this is Josh Johnson, the comedian. So these are pretty interesting names.
Argue with the police about what the law is on camera.
Yeah, imagine if this imagine instead of that Josh Johnson, it was this Josh Johnson arguing with the American Fork Police what the law is. You can only like imagine one result, right? And the result would be very, very bad.
It's just something this Josh Johnson could never do and get away with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's something this Josh Johnson, he's really funny, yeah. It's something this Josh Johnson can never do and get away with it. Oh, okay. Hilarious. Yeah, that's pretty funny. The volume is really good on this video, too, so that's good.
My last video, I explained how that one phone call turned into Reckless Ben and his friend Tyler being illegally detained by the American Fork Police Department that very first day.
I genuinely would just leave him. So, any other questions for me?
Now we're going to use the unredacted body cam footage to show what happened the very next day.
You were talked to yesterday, it sounds like. Yeah.
And it's much, much, much worse.
Just gonna scare him a little bit and let him go is all I really was gonna do. But
Do we have charges, or are we just tired of them being annoying?
I was gonna try to link it to get Ben to say, like, because he said that Ben sent him.
Yeah.
So if I can get Ben to say, yeah, well, I did tell him to go over there and do that, then I have harassment charges on Ben. I didn't see
you see, they're always trying to honeypot the. So that's what happened during the interrogation with the detective again. They separated all of them, and they're like, hey, you can leave. Just tell us Ben did it. And they're like, no, I don't think it was Ben's idea. Like, who was to go fund? I mean, this is kind of the divide and conquer method in the law, and probably more interestingly in philosophy or gaming, I guess, gaming mechanics. It's when, like, you separate everyone, and then you're like, oh, only the first person who takes this deal gets to leave. Everyone else is going to go to jail. We want you to rat on Ben. So they kind of held their ground. For the most part, the people Ben hired held their ground pretty well. Obviously, there was the spineless Ben, or Ben on a date, or whatever you want to call it. He was the only one who really screwed. And the problem with that is, you see the police, they are actively saying, we're trying to get Reckless Ben. We're trying to get Reckless Ben. If you say Reckless Ben sent you, we can get Reckless Ben. They don't actually care about the messenger. They care about, Reckless Ben. So when you have spineless Ben, and he's showing you the phone, and he's showing you text messages, and the DMs, that is probably the most hurtful thing to Reckless Ben's case. In terms of a criminal case, that thing is just really, really, again, you can see from the very beginning what the police is after. They're not trying to catch Reckless Ben in a crime. They're trying to catch, they're trying to convince Reckless Ben's party, one individual in Reckless Ben's party or group, to say Reckless Ben was part of this crime. So again, this is more along the lines of conspiracy. It's not direct, it's kind of indirect. It's very interesting what the police are trying to do, because they feel like I think they understand that reckless Ben is not doing anything illegal, but if one of person in reckless Ben's group believes reckless Ben is doing something illegal, then they can get him for something else. They're always trying to get you for something else. And that's why you should always shut up. And the individual that we watched yesterday, I think his last name is Booker, he pled Fifth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Fifth Amendment. And that's what you should do.
See anything clear as day with Tyler that I noticed. But that's why I asked Colton to check.
Just decided to help out, drive around. Yeah, we're just buddies, so.
I asked him to check. Maybe he's seen something that I don't see.
Why is the cop being drunk?
Sounds like that other guy you were with is...
So there's a pattern of behavior now. And I'm going to put out the pattern of behavior here. Is everyone helping reckless Ben, the police pull over or harass, you're going to see with the Mormon kid or the Mormon individual, they said, hey, are you drunk? Are you high? And he's like, no, that's just my cologne. I wear Versace cologne. So the whole idea of like the police, and this is something, again, the police have a lot of gray room in. Oh, I smell something, right? I smell something. Because that's not actually going to show up in the body cam. So in terms of like police evolution, right? The police can't say, oh, I saw heroin in your car, because they didn't. And the camera doesn't see it, right? But they can say, I smelled it. I smell alcohol on you. I smell this. I smell that, right? Because again, there's no evidence that there's no evidence against them not. Because the camera doesn't have that capacity, right? So again, did he smell alcohol? So this is a pattern of behavior by the police that will continue on and on and on and on.
Been drinking.
Really?
At least that's what, I don't know, I haven't talked to him, but that's what they're thinking.
Yeah.
So then they're like, oh, we think reckless Ben is drinking. And he's like, really?
So is this part of the YouTube content or what? Okay, you get your clothes back on.
Upper body time.
K9 says there's narcotics in your car, and that K9 never lies. So we're going to search your car.
Okay, so they bring out the K9. It gives a signal. And it's saying, oh, I smell something. Again, none of this stuff we can verify. So it's not like they saw heroin or they saw something that indicated, right? Everything is smell. And this is another really interesting police tactic, right? They can make up the smell. They can make up the smell.
You're walking a very dangerous line, which can get you hemmed up a lot of the time.
Yes, Billy. I think he really needed a lawyer. Thank you for the $1.99. Ben did way too much yapping during this. Lawyer, correct. Yeah, muting cameras, right? So sound. Sometimes the camera is muted. Shout out to Refresh Toys in Bowling, Ohio, which is the Lego reselling store that Billy owns. So I think, the muting is really weird too. Because all you really have, like, for the body cam is audio and visual. And then sometimes you don't even have audio.
I re-interviewed Tyler Shaw, who you'll see was the primary victim of the American Fork Police Department's abuse and harassment.
Yeah, we wanted to get this to him yesterday, but...
obviously that didn't work out.
With reckless Ben in the backseat, Tyler was pulled over, detained, interrogated, threatened, and intimidated by an entirely new and worse police officer with that same department.
Unfortunately, you're not free to go now, okay? They can't order some things in the vehicle, so the vehicle will be searched, yeah?
One who was willing to destroy evidence by muting his microphone multiple times.
I said, is it okay if I...
Yes. And this is why I've always been the proponent that you have to record yourself, right? You cannot rely on the police cam. Just because the police have a body camera and it's beeping red doesn't mean that you will ever have access to the body camera, right? So, again, in this specific instance and many other instances, they actually muted. So there's two ways to mute the camera. One, you could just like mute it on the camera itself. And two, you can redact it. Well, when the lady in charge of redaction is married to a sergeant at the American Fork Department, then you have two layers of protection, right? So if you think things are going really bad, just turn off your camera, right? But you can also feel very confident in like, oh, well, my best friend, Sergeant so-and-so, his wife is in charge of redactions. Surely she will redact everything that we need redacted.
If I record for my safety, and he says, no, I'm recording with my body cam.
Is it okay if I film for my...
No. So again, this is, I have to look at Utah statute, but I imagine, so he has a dash cam, that's good. I imagine it's illegal to say, hey, you gotta turn off your dash cam. So he's like, oh, I need to, so what they're doing here is they're bullying a younger individual who doesn't understand the law. Hopefully he will get a better understanding of the law later. When you talk about this guy here, you know, the, I forgot his name, but the, I covered him today. This guy wasn't going to take any shit, okay? This guy was not going to take any shit at all. It out. I don't see how. Okay, this guy here, he is a older individual, right? He's older. He is a U.S. Marine. So, and he's been pulled over many times. This individual knows what the Fifth Amendment is. He knows that in Utah statute means you can roll your window down, give him the ID, insurance, and that's it. That he doesn't actually have to roll his window fully down. Now, this individual doesn't know any of this stuff. So he is being pressured by the police. And to be honest, it's almost like the spineless Ben situation. But luckily, Reckless Ben, there's two of them. So there's two of them, guys. So it's better than a situation where it's just like spineless Ben by himself. Or Ben on a date. Let's call it Ben on a date. They put so much pressure on that guy. Right? And they're using these same intimidation, same tactics to put pressure on him because he's not U.S. Marines. You know, U.S. Marine, they'll stick up for themselves, right?
Like
I'm recording. I'm recording.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
But when I go back to the body cam, everything is muted, so you can't actually hear him say that on his body cam.
Oh, okay. Wow. So, okay. He's saying, I'm recording, you're good to go, you don't need to record, but his body cam is muted, not redacted muted, just muted. So what is the point of having a body, like, this is my whole idea of, like, what is the point of having a body cam if the police can just mute it or shut it off at any point in time? It seems, kind of pointless, right?
But we were able to actually find some of that audio, and it shows the bizarre truth about this tangled web of stolen Legos, police misconduct, and a cult-like religious conspiracy.
So he was recording, but he wasn't recording the audio, which is super important here, right?
I understand that you're trying to film content, you're trying to make a living, do that type of stuff, but maybe vet these guys a little bit better, because then stuff like this happens, right?
I do understand that, yeah.
Because if we found stuff in the car and nobody took accountability, you get charged.
Yeah. Now I'm kind of scared of the American Fork Police Department, and it used to be like, oh, if I ever need help, that's who I call. And now I feel like if I ever...
So Tyler actually lives there. So he actually lives... He lives, like, down that street. He's just trying to get home.
call them, they're not going to be there for me.
Is there any way I could get the body cam footage of this situation?
So shout out to the civil rights lawyer. He asked, is there any way to get the body cam for this situation? So like he understands what's going on.
In my part 1 video, I talked to Reckless Ben himself about everything that had happened. He provided me with all of the documentation that he had, and I started going through it. And since that time, he's now been apparently silenced through a restraining order and can no longer talk.
They sent court papers to my email, which I guess a judge approved for them that this was a valid form of service. And so now that I'm officially served, I cannot even mention this company or I will be in.
So the TRO is really interesting because it's so broad, signed by a judge. Like, Like, I've never seen a judge so active. So we looked at the docket, and the complaint was filed on the 27th or something, and then within a day, he has a TRO out already. That's very abnormal, because the complaint, I think, was like 95 pages. And then the TRO was actually signed. It was actually signed like at 5:32 p.m. And the court is done work at 5. So he stayed to work overtime so he could sign the TRO and get it updated as soon as possible. This is very bizarre, right?
Be in jail and everything.
Basically, what I'm saying is I've never seen a judge work so fast or so hard before.
In fact, I just talked to him today, and he really wants to do a follow-up interview and discuss everything that had happened since we last talked. But as for now, it will have to wait due to the pending civil case. More on that later.
Normally, I would be like, screw the big guy telling me what to do. I'm going to do what's morally right. But in this situation, if I do that, then all my friends get screwed with this lawsuit, and we lose all the GoFundMe money we raised.
In my part 2 video, I started going through the full set of unredacted body cam footage that was accidentally released by the American court.
Accidentally released. I'm starting to think that, like, there's certainly the police department needs more work and training, but how can they be this incompetent? So they had their redactor woman who is in charge of redacting, and she definitely put a lot of work in. So she probably spent 40, 50 hours redacting things and so on. I'm sure there was, like, other people, like, looking over her shoulder saying, hey, you got to redact that, So they kind of just wasted this person's, like, entire week of work. So I'm not sure, like, there's this conspiracy that there's maybe one, like, person in the police department who may be more ethical than the rest. But I don't know what to think about that, because it does sound like really, maybe a goosey, a mole or something. Because it doesn't seem like, if the police department is so stupid, they would upload all the redacted files. Like, what else? Like, that sounds like something that should never, ever happen. Because you're talking about 50 gigabytes. Even if you knew, oopsie, I made a mistake. You have a long time. You're talking about 50 gig. I don't know, like, where you guys live. I live in outside Houston. But, like, for me to upload 50 gigabytes, because upload speed is different from download speed. So my download speed is really, really fast. But my upload speed is, like, really slow. Like, I'm thinking, like, for me to upload a video that's 50 gigabytes, like, doesn't that take a lot of time? Like, wouldn't you be like, oh, wait, hey, I think we're uploading the wrong video, cancel. And even if you did upload a video, why would it take 3 hours for you to figure this out? That don't make any sense. Yeah, 50 gigs, right? Maybe they have fiber. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It just seems like it would be no, it would be a weird and okay, so let's say they have fiber or uploading in the background by mistake. Okay, you had 3 hours to figure out the mistake? It took you 3 hours to delete it? Like, no one, once it was done uploading, it maybe sends them, like, alert. No one, like, clicked on the files to be like, oh, which one is it? So it's either incompetence or just, like, a mole in the, you know, it's kind of a bizarre scenario that, like, they shouldn't have ever found themselves in.
Fort Police Department. In that video, we saw how all of this began from the very...
Okay, so now we'll skip to Tyler. Tyler is the guy who got pulled over.
Then now leads us to what happened the next day, where it gets even more outrageous because the cops escalate the situation well beyond what they had done the day before. Since my first interview with Tyler...
Yeah, so these cops need to be trained in de-escalation. De-escalation. All they know is how to escalate things out of control. And that's a very dangerous thing when you have a gun and you have a knife and you can use lethal force, right?
Tyler Shaw cut out in the last video, I interviewed him again about everything that happened that next day. What did you think when you saw this police car following you again?
I pretty much instantly knew that I was going to get pulled over. Whether or not I was following laws or not, I just felt like he's going to find a reason to pull me over. And without breaking any laws, without even knowing why, the cop pulled me.
So this is another vantage point. I think some of the argument is they didn't stop at the stop sign, but this is the street, right? So I've seen some arguments before that they didn't stop at the stop sign, like exactly at the stop sign, but this is the street. So it's not like his car is just hanging out in the middle of the street, right, or the middle of the road. No, there's plenty of safe distance. Like, you could drive here. There's people parked on the sidewalk, right? This is not any danger, you know. So from one angle, it might look like that, like the car is like hanging over the street, but it really isn't. It's fine. I think this is fine.
Pulled me over again for the second day in a row.
I believe that the first traffic stop and detention was designed to scare Reckless Ben out of Utah, but it didn't work. Although Ben and Tyler were both told that they were trespassed from Josh Johnson's home, they weren't giving up because it's a free country and the American Fork Police Department does not have that authority. Ben learned that Josh and his business partner, Brandon Best, are Mormons. And as Ben mentioned in his video, he had a recorded audio conversation with Josh where Josh swore to God and said he was going to make things right or something like that. So Ben started talking to other Mormons and he played the audio of Josh saying these things.
You're going to get it. I'm not going to screw you. You have my word. That's not who I am. I promise you. I swear to God.
Now, did you guys know that?
So yeah, very, very interesting. Like Josh has like he goes from like such a wide range of like feelings, right? Like there was a point in time it seemed like he wanted to help them, and then he goes totally haywire.
Oh, the Mormon kid who went up to the door, did you guys know him before, or was this just some random person that you had met?
Ben met him off of Instagram like 30 minutes before we met at that church. So we'd never met him in person or nothing like that. He just messaged Ben and was like, hey, I want to help with the video. And Ben's like, hey, meet at this church. And we met there. And Ben explained to him like, yeah, I'm a member of the same church that he goes to.
Oh, okay, cool. So maybe Josh actually knows they call him the Mormon kid. I guess he doesn't have a name. So it looks like Josh actually knows because they go to the same church as the quote Mormon kid.
Is basically like this crook. He's committed some crimes, but he promised to God that he would give these Legos back. He didn't even tell him that he should do anything. He just explained it. And the kid's like, I want to go up there.
That morning, they end up meeting with this Mormon kid, who by all accounts is an actual legitimate Mormon kid from Utah, though that will be disputed by Josh, as you'll see.
He literally goes to the same church as Josh, and then eventually, yeah, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but it looks like, I don't know why Josh like lies so much. Oh, he's a minor. Okay, that's why we don't have his name. Got it. Okay, so he's a minor. Okay, that makes sense.
You'll see in the parking lot of Josh's church. This kid, by his own accord, is interested in going to Josh's house, knocking on his door and speaking to him about these things, talking to him about God, which, as I discussed in the last video, is a completely normal thing to do within Mormon society, at least for...
Yeah, yes. In fact, Josh Johnson and Amen McNeff, I mean, their whole, how they met, right? They got on bicycles, knocked on doors, and wanted to talk about God, right? That's what there was a newspaper article about it, where they're just spending all day, all night, just knocking on doors, converting people to be Mormons. Apparently they were successful, and they converted a woman to become a Mormon, but some other individuals did. So it's a hard job, so why would Josh have a issue of this? This is actually how he and Amen McNeff became friends.
Least from my perspective of having them do that on my door. So the Mormon kid goes to Josh's house to have this conversation with brother Josh, his fellow Mormon.
After finding exactly what church these guys go to, we went to it and showed one of the Mormons there this audio clip. And the Mormon thought that the best thing to do was to have a talk with Josh to save him from going to this outer darkness.
Okay, good luck.
Yeah, this is kind of weird, right? Because Amen McNeff, if you're a franchisee and you have any problems, the first thing Amen McNeff forces you to do is to travel to corporate and talk to them face to face. I don't know. Some people say he's a minor. Some people say he's 21. I don't know. I have no idea. In the Ristic Siphon court doc, it just says Mormon kid. I was wondering, like, why does it say Mormon kid? I'm assuming we don't know his name.
And I guess me and Tyler are staying back because we're already trespassed. So
yeah, we ended up just driving home, but on our way back, this happened.
What? Pull over again?
Oh, jeez.
For what?
Did they ever allege to you that there were any?
Oh man. Like, yeah, I mean, imagine, like, instead of this guy, it was, this guy. Could you imagine pulling this guy over and, then searching his car for heroin, bringing out a dog, and then, continuously pulling him over? Like, this guy is not gonna take it. He is not gonna take it, right? Holy like...
Any driving violations that you had committed causing the stop?
I didn't know the reason why I got stopped, to be honest. He never told me, like, a reason.
At no point did they allege to you that you had committed some driving violation?
Not at any point, no.
They get pulled.
That's wild. You know, like, imagine, like, they tried to pull this guy over, like, 4 times. Yeah, it's insane, like, yeah. And so funny. It's not funny, obviously, it sucks, but yeah, it's just sad to see the abuse of power. Here is another pull over. Okay, so Josh calls the cops on the Mormon kid. Okay.
And I think it's something I understand. Someone's on.
Unlike the previous stop, Officer Hawkins doesn't bother making up any traffic violation allegation and instead immediately admits that the stop was all about Josh. Now, before we go any further with the traffic stop, let's go see exactly what actually did happen with this Mormon kid at Josh's house, because that doesn't sound like something a polite Mormon kid would do. Was he there harassing Josh? Was he threatening him or bullying him in some way? We actually...
So this is kind of the new video that has not been released. So this is the new video that the civil rights lawyer has released on his channel. Give him a watch. We didn't actually have this perspective of, like, how Josh is going to deal with the Mormon kid.
Actually have that unredacted body cam footage now, which includes Josh's doorbell camera footage of this alleged harassment by the Mormon kid that Josh showed to the police. So here's what happened. Prior to the traffic stop, the Mormon kid goes to Josh's front door, and instead of answering it...
So Josh has a ring that is recording. So he's paying the $10 a month to record it. That means, like, he has, if there are people, like Josh is saying, like, there are people out in his windows, there's people in the bushes, he would have evidence of this, right? Because he has a ring camera that is recording
it and having a conversation with the kid, he calls the cops on the kid because he's allegedly scared for his safety. So before stopping Tyler's car, Officer Hawkins is the first responding officer when Josh calls the cops on.
Okay, so the call-in says Brian has an attorney. Yeah, let's take a look at who Brian's attorney is. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've been emailed stuff telling me that Brian sister is, like, an attorney or something like that. I don't know. I got told this by a Bricks and Minifig store owner in Texas. So if you actually, you go to the LinkedIn, it's a lot of, like, crazy, like, it's a lot of conversations with Bricks and Minifig store owners. I feel like I can read them to you. Oh, hey, thank you, Colin. Oh, here we go. So it looks like notice of appearance of Mark O'Maris. Mark O'Maris seems to be defendant Brian Menzel. So this is the case of Tony Graff. We know Tony Graff. Mark O'Maris of swlaw.com. Okay, so swlaw.com. Let's take a look at the website. Mark Maris. So he's not one of the partners. That's good. That means there are multiple lawyers here. People. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, they got one of these things. Oh, pretty big firm. Pretty big firm. Yeah. It looks like 100+ lawyers as well. Now, people ask me, why does the number of lawyers matter? It's because the number of resources matter, right? Mark. Can I just put Mark? Oh, yeah, of course. Same website, very similar to Denton's. Looks pretty good. 41-year-old. Wow. Okay, so they saw the Denton lawyer was a 40-year trial attorney, and they thought, okay, well, we're gonna beat you with a 41-year-old trial attorney. Please note, Mark Omaris and Snell and Wilmer LLP hereby enter as counsel for and behalf of defendant Brian Menzel. So Brian Menzel has a counsel. We do not know if Reckless Ben or Victor have one. Now we know Crystal is. Oh, thank you. I'll thumbs up this. Yes, thank you to Colin. I'm gonna click out of this to go back to the page. Class litigation. Yeah, this guy's pretty good. 41-year-old trial attorney, litigation, investigation, IP, 40-year plus career, including defense on class action matters, recognized for his, yep, there you go, Utah. There you go, that's Utah. That's the one you need, right? That's the credential. BYU. Columbia, though. He may not be Mormon. I don't know. He's Finnish, or he can speak Finnish. He went to BYU for law, but that doesn't mean that he's Mormon, because he went to Columbia. Columbia is obviously a very, very good school. Legal 500, commercial litigation, real estate litigation. Yeah, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say this guy might be better than the Denton lawyer. So that $500,000. Hey, Jules is cool. Hey, Alex. The $500,000 is definitely going to the right place. This guy's a top lawyer. New York Stock Exchange. Yeah, so Brian Menzel. Yeah, Brian Menzel he got himself a very good lawyer. In fact, let's like parallel it with the Denton's lawyer. Can I go straight to the page? No, I can't go straight page. I like their website better. So he is, what, 40 years lawyer? Yeah, I like the website better. So he was a lawyer since, 40 years. He's been a lawyer for 40 years almost. Wow, this guy's been a lawyer longer. This is going to be, this is a good lawyer. Let's see if he updated his LinkedIn. Yes. Not only is he updating, not only does he have a picture of his LinkedIn, he's got followers, he's been posting, he commented on a party. He's a senior partner since 1992. That is really cool. Senior partner is pretty good. BYU. He went to BYU in 1982. When did this guy go? Doesn't say. Oh. Wow. Okay, this guy did 1986. He went to law school. He went to law school in 1980. Oh, sorry. Wow, they might know each other. Guys, they might know each other. Look at this. He graduated BYU Law School in 1985. Kelly Nash graduated. Oh, there could be some beef. Kelly graduated in 1986. One of them graduated. So this one is a year older. Oh, thank you, F. Brigade. Yeah, we're live. This guy is a year older. They know each other. I can tell you that when I was, especially because this guy graduated magna cum laude, which means like top 5% of the class, and this guy graduated, where is it? Order of Baristas. I don't know what that means. What does it mean? A highly prestigious national honorary society that recognizes graduate students who have demonstrated excellent. So yeah, they're top lawyers. I mean, no doubt, they're both top lawyers, and Yeah, they're both top lawyers. Yeah, order. Yeah. Oh, cum laude. So, cum laude is probably like top 10%, I think. So this guy graduated a year ahead, top 10%, than this guy here. They both have LinkedIns because that's what people need to have. People need to have LinkedIns. It is what it is. He doesn't have a picture, and he has less followers, and he doesn't really do much. But, yeah, we can actually look at this. Magna cum laude. They both did federal district clerkships. Wow, they're like identical people, guys. Holy moly. Oh, okay. So he went to Columbia for English. And then this is Columbia University, and then I guess he like accidentally put Columbia 3 times. That's how proud he is. Is he also a professor at BYU? Yeah, no, wild, right? Wild, wild stuff. Now this guy has some comments, so we'll see what happens here. We just got hit by a harassment claim from our holiday party. Oh, I think this is like a joke. Maybe this is like a joke. It is, once again, I'm honored to be recognized by Chambers USA for commercial litigation and now also for construction. The Salt Lake City office and I are proud to be ranked a band 1 in construction. Congratulations. Here he's his Almada, right, from... I bet you this is the type of guy who goes to the college reunions. Yeah, he seems very interested in Columbia. I don't know what this is. Okay, whatever. Okay, so he's kind of slightly more active on social media. But yes, they're almost parallel. One of them graduated, and the Denton one graduated in 1986, while it looks like this lawyer, Mark Morris, graduated in 1985. As somebody who's gone to a law school, yes, you do know each other. I would know because... starting from 2L, so 1L, you had to take these like courses that you can't choose. But starting when you're second year of law school, you can pick any courses you want. And that means that many times as a second year law student, you have third year law students in your class. So it is quite possible they even took classes together, especially the popular classes with a lot of students in them. Half of, it's kind of like there are classes you take your first year of law school that are pretty much set in stone that you have to take those classes. You can't really wiggle out. So in your classes, there will be no like second year or third year law students. But during your second year, you can kind of just do whatever. But with that being said, you do have to prepare for your bar exam. So something like family law, for instance, which is tested on your bar exam, even though you don't technically have to take it, you kind of do because you want to pass your bar exam. So there are a lot of other courses like this. And for instance, family law was a very big course because everyone kind of needs it to take the bar exam. So then you would have maybe like our law school was small, like 200 kids. 200 law students, you would have a mix of like 70 second years and 70 first year. And there is a lot of classes like that, like family law. That's just an example where you would know, you would absolutely know your upperclassmen or your lowerclassmen. So anyway, that's interesting. Thank you for the update, Colin. Yes, Brian Menzel has an attorney, confirmed. We've seen the documents. We've seen the paperwork.
On the kid who had politely knocked on his front door. So Officer Hawkins responds immediately and confronts this well-dressed, well-mannered kid who was standing on Josh Johnson's front porch.
How's it going, sir? You can sit down here for me first. You got any form of ID on you?
No.
Yeah, Colin's looking at, we do not know right now if... So there's some confusion because they see like another attorney's name on it. That attorney is actually Crystal Law and Ben Gorman's attorney. So if you see another lawyer, that's actually not Ben's lawyer. So the information that we have today is that Ben currently still does not have a lawyer for his civil matters, specifically when the judge is Tony Graff, right?
No, well, I have my phone ID. What brings you here?
Oh, and remember, the date of the next update will be June 30th. So Ben still has 6 days to get himself a lawyer. Could Alex pass it? I think Alex could if he wanted to be a lawyer. I think there are a lot of smart people in Discord who, if they wanted to be a lawyer and were willing to give up the 3 years and the 250,000 or whatever the amount becomes, would make good lawyers.
You're trying to talk to Brother Johnson. Okay. I'm in the second ward. What's the relation? There's just been some audio going around someone. There's been an audio going around with the young men group. If you want, I can play it for you. Can you say that again slowly? There's a what? There's an audio going around through our young men's group. Yeah. Brother Johnson taking advantage of some people. Like how so? So, this guy donates his life savings in Legos to Bricks and Minifigs. It's like a resale store. Okay. I was just coming to discuss that with them. And then on the Ring doorbell, he said he'd be out in a minute. So I'm just gonna...
So we are, I know Goosey doesn't like me talking about this, but I'm trying to start a copyright law firm specifically helping YouTubers who have copyright strikes. So I myself have been copyrighted by Logan Paul. What is her name? She copyrighted me a shit ton. Copyright strike and a false copyright strikes. Pokémon. And I thought that it would be cool if we started a copyright law firm here in Houston. Again, because it's copyright, it's federal, we can do any state we want. So if you are... So my license to practice law is in New York. But it doesn't make a difference because copyright is all federal, as is patents, as is trademark. So if you were in California or Utah and somebody is trying to shut down your channel because they don't like what you're saying, and you could send me an email. So the law firm is not open now. Let me preface this by saying I cannot help you today. But there is a launch date on, that I have in mind that I guess Goosey doesn't want me to say, but, there's a launch date. We got to find real estate and all this interesting stuff. Have credit cards. We've talked about it in greater detail in person. But yeah, that's my plan for this channel. So people are like, what is the plan for the channel? Well, I think the plan for my channel is to help people with copy. Now, again, we're going to have to charge a little bit of money, but depending on to be able to do something for charity, pro bono, for free, you do need a law firm that is paying people, that is, legitimately a law firm, has malpractice insurance, and so on, right? So I think that's how we can help the most people, is actually by being very successful as a law firm, and then we can take on pro bono cases as they come, right? Hey, Average Joe. Oh, Goosey has no issue. So my set date is August 1st. That is my internal date to get in office, get credit cards, get everything registered, and so on and so forth.
Just gonna make green. Okay. What's the audio that you wanted to play? Yeah, I can show you. I'll be right in. Okay?
Oh no. Oh God. Josh Johnson, will you check him for cameras and guns? To Josh Johnson and the Fork Police, a camera is as dangerous as a gun. Remember when they were all going in, there was 7 or 8 police officers with allowed to use lethal force? And the one thing they weren't talking about guns. They were talking about make sure their cameras are shut off. Guys, we are walking into a dangerous situation. There may be cameras. So for whatever reason, right, the American Fork Department that looks at cameras the same way they look at guns, guys. Which is hilariously bad, okay? This doesn't make any sense. He clearly doesn't have a gun on him. And all he says, will you check him for I understand. Will you check him for guns? Okay, that makes. But what is the idea of cameras? What is the danger of having a camera? Like, remember when they raided Reckless Ben? They got a brief from the police chief or somebody like higher up. Guys, they may have cameras. It's like, they're YouTubers. They may have cameras on. And it's like, God, if you are more afraid of cameras than guns, like, cameras is first, right? If you as a police department are more afraid of cameras than guns, then your police department probably sucks.
Okay. Okay. I'll be right there.
He definitely has cameras, but maybe he has guns. Like, this is a guy who goes to the same church as Josh. Check him. He definitely has cameras. He definitely has cameras, but he may have guns. You know, it's kind of like the camera, like, how can it makes, I don't know. It's just absurd almost, right? That they treat cameras to the same level as guns.
Get in there, okay? Here's the audio.
I'm not gonna screw you. You have my word. That's not who I am. I promise you. I swear to God. I promise you on everything.
Who's that?
So,
I guess
that's him.
No, I know that. I can tell that from the voice, but what's that?
Who's that? That's him. That's him. No, we haven't looked at the new TRO. We are going, so like, I don't, maybe I'll make a video about the copper, like, it will be like a whole video of like real estate, like, I don't even know if August 1st makes sense for us. I only said August because it's like my daughter turns 2, and a lot of like the new law firm will have to be dependent on, like, you know, my daughter going to daycare, having, you know, being good, right?
What's that for exactly?
So his name's Ben Schneider. He was just confronting the guy because he had a video clip sent to him from inside the store, Bricks and Minifigs. Basically, they're trying to like shut down the stores.
Yeah, so the comment has been made. I think this is an interesting comment that we can explore, but there's no like facts about this. Josh really doesn't want you to enter his home. So on multiple body cams, like, Josh immediately shuts the door. He immediately shuts the door, right?
So they can keep the profit from this investment they made of like the minifigs. I think it's around $200,000. And then Ben called him and he's like, you know, like, I don't agree with what you're doing. You know, like, are you really?
Yeah, if you so I only know 2 of Ben's lawyers. So if Ben got a new lawyer, put it on the Discord and we'll take a look at it. But to my knowledge right now, Ben only has 2 lawyers. And they're both criminal defense attorneys. So he doesn't have a civil lawyer yet.
You really gonna pursue this? And then that's the clip. He goes, no, like, I'm not screwing you guys over or whatever. Like, I swear on everything. I swear on God. And obviously he hasn't done anything to, you know, help that in any way.
Okay. Do you have that ID on you?
It's on my phone. Does that work? Like the mobile ID?
Yeah.
Note that so far during this interaction, there's no evidence yet of this kid harassing Brother Johnson.
I mean, this looks like a super polite kid. He even has, like, you know, pens on his, you know, like, protector, like his, I don't know what it's called, but this thing here. He's been very polite. He's been very kind. And again, he just wants to talk to Brother Josh about whether or not he's going to help to get the Legos. Here's the hilarious part. Like, this is a nice home. I don't want to say it's not. It's a very nice family home. But if you took a look at Brandon West's home, oh, Ben has a lawyer. Wow, breaking news, guys. Thank you. The call-in has been incredibly up to date. Wow, that's crazy. So Ben has a lawyer now. So both Brian Menzel and Ben have a lawyer. That's unbelievable. Obviously, we're going to do what we do, and we're going to take a look at Ben's lawyer. And for good or bad, we'll talk about Ben's lawyer. So the call-in. Oh, holy! This is a document came out. Okay, thank you, the call-in. Please note that Scott Young. Oh, he has 5 lawyers now. He has 5 lawyers. The call-in is always on top, and you know we've done well. I mean, I'm all about like sharing like business and stats and so on, but I probably need like a team meeting before we do that. But like, we're doing okay as a YouTube channel, really thanks to like the people like Colin and Ristic Siphon, obviously Goosey and Alex and so on, and Red Hair. Like, you know, this is a civil case. Yeah, you can tell because it's Tony Graff. You can tell because it's Tony Graff. So Brian Menzel has a kick-ass lawyer. I like that. Brian Menzel, they're going to war now. So Brian Menzel has a kick-ass lawyer who is 1 year older and probably knows the Denton lawyer. Okay? So if he is a Mormon, he would be called his elder. And this is the lawyers that Scott Young, Melinda Brown, Haley Wynn. Okay, great. Spencer Fain. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. And people like Squid Spaghetti with the very generous 5 gifted memberships. It really feeds in the algorithm. And it's like, you know, we are a small channel, guys, but we're fighting. You know, we're fighting for our place into like the law tuber. I feel like we're still so small, right? And again, I have no doubt that like the BBQ counselor, he's going to end up being big and so on. So, yeah, I mean, I wanted to cover this video, but we might have to push it back another video, right? Oh, just sent you. Okay, so thank you, Colin. So, okay, so we have live updates right now. So we're trying to cover this. So it's crazy because like in live time, whatever I'm covering, like is, oh, holy moly. Okay, here we go. So we have multiple live updates coming in. So let me download everything we have just so I can make sense of it like totally. And then let me download this. Can I download this? Okay, well, I mean, this is Brian. So I want to put it here. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay, just to have like a whole brief of this. But yeah, thank you to Colin. That's crazy stuff. Like, so things are being updated as we speak. I think this is like breaking news. So we didn't know Ben had a lawyer like a few moments ago, and now we do, thanks to chat, and thanks to Colin. Oh, yes, Colin says this has literally been filed in the last hour. So let me put it let me put this. This is Brian's lawyer. So Brian has a lawyer. Yeah, Illegal Eagle. Billy, thank you for the $4.99. Someday you'll be on par with Illegal Eagle, Tony. Again, shout out to Billy and Refresh Toys. They own, so I'll give Billy the official shout outs, right? They're in Bowling Green, Ohio. $0 will go to Ahmed McNeff. So if you buy anything from them or sell anything to them or trade anything to them, there are no franchise fees. And it looks like they have like a really cool collection of mini. I just collect mini, but like I'm shooting. Like, as soon as my daughter gets old enough, she's, like, not even 2 yet. As soon as my daughter gets old enough, we'll probably build castles and we'll have a Lego table. I really like the idea of Lego tables, right? No, we knew he had 2 defense attorney lawyers. This is brand new. This is brand new to us. So we did not know he had a civil, right? Civil, right? Yes, Billy mentions our price are 6% higher if you mention BAM. I think Billy actually competes against a Bricks and Minifigs relatively close to himself as well. So, yeah, so, no, this is brand new. This is, like, hot off the press. So, you have to separate the criminal with the civil, right? You have this, oh, what did Refresh say? Refresh say, my Refresh Toys Minecraft set is being delivered today. Oh, awesome, Refresh. That's awesome. Yeah, if you need Legos, Billy also sells online. So you can order online, which is great. Which might be something that Crystal and the other franchisees should kind of, you know, learn to do. Oh, yeah, this is the motion. Okay, let's take a look. So yes, we haven't looked at the attorney. I don't know what we should do. Well, we'll take a look at the motion. Okay, so are they representing, so like, here's interesting. Are they representing Ben alone? Or are they representing Victor as well? Yeah. Oh, Victor is represented too. Okay, so these free lawyers, importantly enough, they're not letting these does, like, dry, right? They're not, like, leaving them to hang. They also represent Victor and the does. So not only are these guys Ben's lawyers, they're also Victor's lawyers, Sheldon's lawyers, so on and so forth, right? So remember, we have to, like, separate the two. This is not criminal. This is the civil. This is the civil, right? Joint motion for modification of temporary restraining order. Okay, so here we go. This is filed by Scott Melinda. So Reckless Ben is the one filing this. Reckless Ben is the one filing this. His legal team. Joint motion for modification of temporary restraining order and entry of preliminary injunction. You know it's civil because you see the same judge. Plaintiff BAM Franchising, Ahmed Manef, yada yada. Court to modify his TRO entered on June 9th, docket 55, to convert into a preliminary injunction and vacate the hearing scheduled for June 30th, 2026. So this is the next time they have a hearing. So the plaintiff and defendants agree. So there's no need for a hearing right now because they both agree that the TRO should become a preliminary injunction, and therefore they don't need to go to this hearing. So this hearing got moved from June 22nd, which was, I think, Monday, to June 30th, because they both agree. So both parties agreed that the TRO should not, and now it's a preliminary injunction, which is less binding. So I think Reckless Ben will be able to make part 3 very soon. And of course, we'll cover it when it comes live. In order to permit the parties to engage in settlement discussions and or mediation. Okay, interesting. So correct. Part of what people were saying was, like, how is Brian Menzel supposed to negotiate with you if there's a TRO against the negotiation? Plaintiffs allege they are suffering and will continue to suffer immediate and irreparable injury before this action can be fully heard, as set forth in the verified complaint and motion for TRO. Defendants dispute these allegations, intend to assert counterclaims. Oh, baby, these counterclaims are coming. So if you ask how can you get money from somebody who sues you, the answer is counterclaims. So, like, we've covered this in terms of, like, Pixie versus Destiny. One of the questions I asked Destiny on live stream is, like, why don't you just counterclaim Pixie for defamation? And the answer is, oh, it's too expensive. But I'm glad that they might look at counterclaims. I think they should countersue for harassment and overreach, and contests plaintiff's entitlement to any relief, including but not limited to a permanent injunction. Plaintiffs likewise disputes defendants' counterclaims. Despite these differences, the parties agree to mediate. So this is both parties. So if you have a good lawyer, they will mediate it, because then it saves you a ton of money in legal fees, court. So the court wants to do as little, typically speaking. Now, this judge, Tony Graff, has acted and behaved like a man on fire. He's worked overtime. He's read 95 pages in a day. It's a very impressive judge if you think about, like, how much he was able to do in a very short period of time. In the span of 48 hours, he was able to read the 95-page complaint by Bricks and Minifigs and then write a 7-page TRO. Now, again, he had to work overtime, but nonetheless, that was quite impressive. Probably not even 48 hours. I probably think it was 24 hours. In a 24-hour period, the judge, Tony Graff, was able to accomplish quite a lot, including issuing the TRO the next day. In light of this, they jointly moved the court to modify the TRO based and therein adopt such as preliminary injunction as the form attached in Exhibit A, which is summarized as follows. Defendants agree that they, their affiliates, employees, contractors, agents, and representatives, and anyone acting in concert with them directly or indirectly in person, remotely, that are immediately restrained from making, transmitting, soliciting, encouraging, or facilitating death threats, bomb threats, or other. This seems like pretty easy to do, and I don't think Reckless Ben or his team was actually making death threats or bomb threats or physical violence, or knowingly and intentionally engaging in property destruction, stalking, trespass, interference. Once we're done this thing, let me remind me to look at the lawyers. I'm very curious to see the free lawyers and what they specialize in. Personal injury or property damage against plaintiffs, their independent franchises, and okay, that's fair. Publishing or encouraging others to publish the personal address, personal phone numbers, personal email addresses, family information, or other docs. Again, I don't think Reckless Ben was doing this, but okay. So it's easy to agree to stuff where it's like you're not even doing the stuff. Entering, remaining at filming, blocking access to, whatever, right? So they can't go to the stores or the offices or the parking area or the homes or the franchisee homes and so on. Impersonating plaintiffs, and which is already illegal. Franchise law enforcement, a court officer, a delivery service. Okay, this is the when Amanda signed the contract and then the rubber ducks. A customer, a government entity, employees, or any third party to obtain signatures. So none of this says they can't release any video, right? Touching, altering, covering, defacing, or replacing signage. That's what happened with Sheldon when they were putting a sign up in the Airbnb home. And the police just, like, grabbed Sheldon's phone. Like, physically assaulted Sheldon. Physically blocking, deterring, or interfering with customers, employees, vendors, or delivery businesses, okay? So all this is easy. Soliciting plaintiffs, employees. Like I don't think they were doing any of this stuff to begin with, to be quite frank with you. So it's easy for Ben to agree to this stuff because he wasn't doing it to begin with. Subject to the foregoing, nothing in order should prohibit. Okay, look. Nothing in the order should prohibit. This is the important part. Defendants from disgusting plaintiffs, commenting on litigation, publishing court filings, and engaging in investigative journalism, expressing opinions, criticism, satire, or commentary through any lawful. Reckless Ben is back, baby. Reckless Ben is back. Reckless Ben is back, and we will probably see part 3, because I think part 3 is done already, right? Reckless Ben said he worked hard on it, it was done, then the TRO hit him, they got his email address. So right now, it literally says in a agreement between defendant and a plaintiff. Plaintiff is, bam, Bricks and Minifigs gave the thumbs up. Let me say this. Bricks and Minifigs gave the thumbs up. They can release as many videos talking about the McNeffs. They can talk about Bricks and Minifigs. They can talk about the police. Okay? Because it literally says here that they can. And I'm assuming this is signed. We'll find out very soon. There's no bond, which is great. Okay, there's no bond. And the preliminary injunction will remain in effect until court. So this is a great win. This is a huge win. Ben has lawyers. This is why you have lawyers, to be honest with you. This came out today, guys. Look. People are saying, oh, no. This came out today, guys. I don't think BAM could have argued it, right? I don't think BAM could have argued this because I don't know what they would say. You know, because the TRO was incredibly restrictive. It was very broad. Like, every lawyer would tell you, that TRO is garbage. And finally, even Denton, this is our good friend Kelly Nash, okay? Oh, Mark Morris. Okay, this is Mark Morris. This is Brian Menzel's attorney. So even in the signature, we have. Hey, thank you for the gift, Laughable Larry. Even in the signature, we have the main guy here. They lost the lawyer. There used to be 3 of them. Now it's just Justin. They had like another lawyer here. Now they're down to 2. So Ben officially now has more lawyers than Bricks and Minifig. And again, this is also Victor Nguyen, right? So this is what happens when you have a lawyer. Yeah, this I think we're the first ones to cover this. Alex, can we like make a short of this and like get, you know? Yeah, I think we're the first one. This is today. And it is massive because they literally say make as many videos as you want. You can make videos on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. You can go on a podcast. You can go on the internet. You can go on television. You can go on radio. You can go on social media. Do whatever you want. And you know what? We agree to it. That's us. That's us, Bricks and Minifigs. All right. Let's take a look at this. Oh, this is the proposed. Okay, so what happened here was they sent the order modifying. So this is the proposed and this is accepted. So it has been let me make sure that it's exactly the same thing. 5. Damage against any other parties. I just read the last line. Yeah, it's the same thing. This is the same thing. So this was the proposed, which is really good. And this is the accepted because all 3 people signed. All 3 people signed. So Brian Menzel. Wow, okay. Brian Menzel actually has 2 lawyers? Hold on a second. This doesn't make sense. We know Mark O'Maris is a lawyer at Snell and Wilmer. Very big law. Who's this? This is not Crystal, by the way. This is attorneys for defendant. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Pro Hawk Vice is coming. Pro Hawk Vice is coming, guys. So Mark Morris, he is able to practice in Utah. These guys must be beast. So whenever you do Pro Hawk Vice, it means you're bringing in a lawyer that is specialized, that you think is really, 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 really good. And are these the same lawyers? No, they're not the same lawyers. Okay. So Brian Menzel is going to bring in this law firm here, and they're going to do the arguments. And they must be very good because it's very expensive to have 2 different law firms. So Brian Menzel is bringing the big guns in, okay? So like when you're sued in Utah, people say, "Oh, you just have to find a Utah attorney." That's not exactly true. If there is a kick-ass attorney in New York City, but he doesn't like practice law in Utah, you do something called the Pro Hawk Vice, which they haven't done yet, but it's forthcoming. And you say, you know what? We're going to hire a Utah attorney, which is Mark O'Maris. We confirmed he's a Utah, very good attorney. He's also 100 plus people, 100 plus law firm. So this guy himself is not bad. Like this guy alone, in my opinion, is as good as the Denton attorney, which I've been very complimentary about, if not better. And his law firm is as good as Denton's, if not better. But they're saying, nah. Yeah, they removed, the TRO has been removed. It's gone. The TRO has been removed. It is gone. So in case you guys are, that's why we got to clip this. Because this is such big news, guys. The TRO is officially removed. Ben can make as many videos or as few videos as he wants. The TRO Part 3 may be released tonight. Who knows, you know? Ben can go on as many podcasts or television or radio. No. Good question, Billy. Can the court prevent an out-of-state attorney from jumping in? No. Not if you have this attorney. So as long as you have a licensed attorney in Utah saying, hey, I vouch for these guys. These guys are, going to help me. These guys will... maybe it's happened before, but I've never seen Pro Hoc Vice not work. Which is, we have a Utah attorney. He practices law in the Utah. If anything, shit hits the fan, we'll just blame him. Right? Oh, okay. Thank you, Colin. Okay, so... Yeah, so Mark O'Maris, thumbs up. Great attorney already. Colin saying we have the Pro Hoc Vice attorneys in Discord. Okay. Thank you, Colin. We'll take a look at them, and then we'll take a look at Ben's attorneys. So we still haven't even looked at Ben's attorneys. Oh, here we go. Let's visit the site. Okay, it's an airplane. Let's see how many attorneys they have. Okay, I don't know how many attorneys. So we just click a letter. Okay, they're big law firm too. It's also big law. They're not messing around. Brian Menzel is not messing around. If you guys want to know why he needs $500,000, oh wow, they're okay. No. They're licensed in a lot of states. Oh, they do have Utah attorneys. That's good. So they are. Let's take a look at this. Edward. Let's take a look at all of them. Here is Edward Decker. Wow. NYU Law, which is a top 14 law school. Very, very good. And University of Michigan. Again, incredibly good. And he is admitted in 3 different places. So he's not admitted in Utah. The reason they need to do Pro Hoc Vice... Yeah, I agree, Billy. It's definitely going to be a Netflix. This is not Ben's attorneys. This is Brian Menzel's attorneys. This is Brian Menzel's. The reason they need Pro Hoc Vice is this guy is good. NYU. So you can kind of tell, like, by what schools they went to. NYU is a top school. I think it's top 5. Top 5 law school in America. And then University of Michigan is a fantastic college. And he's bar admitted in multiple states, which is impressive. Washington State, Oregon State. And so it looks like every 2 years he takes another. Well, every so often he takes it, which is great. And he's fluent in Russian. But he's not barred in, he doesn't know, he's not barred in Utah. So I don't think any of these guys are. Christopher Wetters. He's got the beard. This guy looks like he would have a bow tie on, but he doesn't have a bow tie. Oregon School of Law. Oh, I understand. Oh my, okay. What Brian Menzel did, okay, I can explain exactly what Brian Menzel did. What's this? What Brian Menzel did was, he's like, okay, you're in Utah, but remember, Brian Menzel's not in Utah. Brian Menzel's in Oregon, right? These lawyers are in Oregon. So Brian Menzel doesn't have to travel to Utah all the time. He's like, hey, I'm going to meet lawyers I can meet face-to-face who are licensed to practice law in Oregon. And maybe even countersuit. Yeah, it could be a countersuit. It could be a countersuit, guys. But both of these lawyers so far are licensed to practice law in Oregon. None of them have Utah. This guy's Utah, and that's fine. It's very fascinating stuff that we are learning in real time right now. There could be a counter lawsuit. Oh, and this guy's in Oregon too. In fact, yes, they're all 3 lawyers are in Oregon. Oregon, Washington. Okay, now I can explain the situation a little bit better for you guys. Let's go back to this. I'm going to click out of this. Thank you to Colin. Shout out to him. Okay, where's the thing? Okay, so what happened here was Brian Menzel is not in Utah. So unless he's on the phone, but he probably is like old school and he wants to meet with these lawyers. He wants to talk to them. So he hired a bunch of lawyers in Oregon that he trusts, that he likes, that, you know, again, there's 3 of them. So, you know, there's a bunch of them. And they're going to be able to practice law in Utah because of this guy. This guy's going to say, you know, I vouch for these guys. These are good guys. And if there's any mistakes, you can hold me accountable for, that's what this means, pro hoc vice. Forthcoming means they haven't done it yet, but basically they're going to do it. So Brian Menzel has decided to hire a quality Utah lawyer and bring in some of the lawyers that he may already know and trust. I have to like look into this a little bit more, but I've been told that some of Brian's family members are lawyers. In fact, let me read this to you. I don't know if this is true or not. This is coming from a Bricks and Minifigs. This is coming from a Bricks and Minifigs franchisee owner here in Texas. He says, regarding pro bono, I have not been able to verify this yet, but maybe you can. But rumor is Brian's wife and siblings are litigation lawyers. Why couldn't they take this on pro bono? Probably because they're probably not litigation lawyers in this area. So I'm not sure. I cannot verify that. I was sent that from a Bricks and Minifigs franchisee who's very upset about the situation that he's in. So he's getting angry. So like when I get like, I can tell you, I have spoken to in my LinkedIn alone, there is 6 or 7 Bricks and Mini franchisees, and they're all super pissed, super angry. But according to one of them, which has not been verified, I don't know if Brian Menzel's family knows lawyers or his family are lawyers. But if Brian is choosing these guys, it's because they kick ass. All right. So that's Brian. Okay, that's Brian. So now we get to the main course. Okay, who are the lawyers for Reckless Ben? All right. I'm going to try that. So this is the order. The calling, can we put this in our Discord channel just to have? Because I think this is breaking news. We might be the first people to really have this. But this is like cool, but it's not as cool as this. Right? So this is breaking news. This probably was an hour fresh. People were in chat. So like this is what you want to talk about, this one here. So this is the main thing. The TRO is gone. The TRO is gone. Reckless Ben can make as many videos as he wants, as long as he doesn't do these things that he wasn't going to do anyway. But that's it. So now we're going to take a look at Reckless Ben's lawyers, okay? So we took out Brian Menzel. So Brian Menzel is... And also, interesting enough, they lost a lawyer here. So they used to have 3 lawyers for Bricks and Minifigs. I guess one lawyer is gone. He doesn't want to work on this anymore. So Brian Menzel has a total of 4 lawyers. Bricks and Minifigs went from 3 lawyers down to 2 lawyers, right? And then now we know that... so Ben, technically, Reckless Ben has 5 lawyers, 2 criminal defense, and 3 civil. Yeah, let's take a look at these guys and see what they look like, right? Okay, professionals. Okay, let's click on them. Scott Young. Okay, he's the main guy. He's the most important of the 3 lawyers. Okay, Scott. Maybe we just click on S for Scott. Oh, no, here. There's a search button here. Scott Young. Here we go. He kind of looks like the guy on Suits, right? Doesn't he kind of look like an older version of Mike from the TV show Suits? Okay. Oh, God. They hired the big guns. Oh, they're not messing around. Okay, thank you, Colin. Thank you, Colin. Columbia Law. Holy shit, that's a good law school. Top 10 for sure. Top 14, absolutely. Probably top 10, top 5. He is barred. So Ben has decided to do something different. Ben has decided to hire one law firm, and everyone in this law firm is barred in Utah. And he is the president of the Federal Bar Association and the Utah Bar's constitutional law section. This is a big deal, guys. This is a big ass deal. This is a very important deal, guys. This guy's connected. This guy is very well connected. He's actually allowed to practice in the U.S. Supreme Court. Oh, let's take a look. Obtain a jury verdict for a police officer in an excessive force case stemming from an officer-involved shooting. Oh, this is the guy, man. Obtain summary judgment for a police officer in a department in an excess force case stemming from police dog bite. Yeah, this is the Constitution. So, like, I dabble in constitutional law, but I don't feel, like, confident enough to, like, speak about it, like, because I don't practice it. But this is the guy. This is the Constitution guy. Successfully represent a minority high school student in a discrimination claim against school district in Utah. I'm sure that's quite common. Okay. That's impressive. Police brutality. Best lawyers in America. Utah Criminal Instruction Committee member. Wow, he was a former president. That's pretty impressive. The First Amendment's freedom of speech. Mediating civil rights. So he actually, interesting. Maybe he'll help on the criminal side against the police officers. But it's very interesting. Yeah, this guy's good. This guy's good. Spencer Fain, I think, is probably the same. He really does look like Mike from Suits. Like an older, like if Mike was older. Oh, that's not a good picture. Right? Notary fraud update on BAM map. Thank you, Rose. We'll take a look at later. Or maybe tomorrow. I don't know how long I can last. Yeah, he looks the same. He looks similar, I would say. Yeah, it's kind of same. Okay, let's continue on. But thank you, Rose, for the... we'll take a look at that either today or a little later. All right, now we get to Melinda Bowen. Okay, let's take a... But anyway, like I said, you only really need one good lawyer, and then you can have a bunch of, like, you know, junior attorney. That's basically what Denton has. Denton has, like, one senior attorney and a bunch of junior attorneys. Oh, okay. Melinda Brown. Salt Lake City, Utah. Yeah, she's probably Utah. Related experience, distinct. Oh, here we go. Utah bar. She went to BYU. Oh, they're fighting BYU with BYU, baby. They're fighting BYU with BYU. She went to BYU for undergrad, and then she went to BYU for law school, what it seems to be. And she is also summa cum laude, which means like the same as the other lawyer, the Denton lawyer. Nice. Utah, so maybe more of a junior lawyer here. Yeah, they're hiring BYU versus BYU. So, yeah, it's gonna be a BYU, right? So yeah, maybe so the good Mormons are now fighting the bad Mormons. Yeah, so yeah, this is exactly what's happening here. That's crazy. Oh, thank you so much for the $19.99. That was very generous of you. FNK Brig Gay 2942. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, this is very exciting because this is brand new. Like we were doing this stuff, and then somebody's like, "Oh, so we haven't even covered we have like 2.5 pages of this to cover, but we didn't even get there because yeah, this is breaking news, right? So great news. Ben has lawyers. 3 of them. And they seem very good. And Haley Wynn. Okay, let's take a look at Haley. So this individual is BYU. Oh, Haley Wynn. Oh, this is Haley. Haley is a Utah University and University of Utah Law. So, you know, we talk about BYU, but there's also, like, Utah University, right? Oh, catch you guys later. University of Utah Law. So just like there's BYU, there's University of Utah and University of Utah. So this is great. Fantastic. Now, she is new. She is brand new. So she graduated law school in 2025. So this is the new lawyer. So she's brand new, out of law school, fresh. I'm sure she's going to learn from the best. Mike from Suits. Older Mike from Suits. And that is the legal team. Now, let me look into the law firm a little bit. Yeah, it's a pretty cool legal team. I think it's good. So you have, it's the same like setup as Denton's, right? You have one really good lawyer who's experienced and good at what, and he'll be in charge. And then you have a lawyer with a little bit more experience. Then you have a brand new lawyer. So you have 3 lawyers, and they can all do different things together because they all have different levels of expertise. And I'm positive that these guys have a lot of paralegals. So, like, people ask, why does being part of a big law matter so much? It matters a lot because, like, it's resources. If you're a part of a big law firm, you have paralegals, you have secretaries, you've been in business. So, like, the best person isn't actually a lawyer. It's probably the paralegal who's been there for 40 years. Because he's done all the work, he's seen all the cases. What I can tell you is, like, those type of people are invaluable. Like a paralegal who's been there for 20, 40 years, a secretary who's been there for 20, 40 years. They have templates. Like the first thing you learn in big law. So I worked in big law. I worked for this company here. You guys are gonna laugh, but I worked for this company here. It was founded in 1952. I think the Chinese government may or may not own it. It is actually the Chinese, I guess it's the Chinese government, but we have a law office in Houston. I can show you pictures of it. I have like a lot of pictures of that because I worked there. I thought it was really cool working here. But the resource that you have in big law is you have like a secretary who's been there for like 20 years. And you're just like, oh, you know, I'm having trouble with this. And the secretary, oh, don't worry, honey. I have this template for you. Just fill in the blanks. I was like, oh, okay, cool, thank you. Fill in the blanks. Oh, cool. Like, let me show you my Facebook. You guys don't believe, like, you guys wouldn't believe I worked here unless I show you this stuff. Because I know, oh, you're a fake lawyer. Oh, you're fake. I actually interned here when, okay, so I gotta get off this Umu thing. The Umu thing is crazy. Let me text back this guy. What time? I'm good after 2. How long do you think this live stream is going to last? LNN breaking news. What does LNN mean? Legal network? What is the breaking news, Colin? Should I log into Discord? Okay, okay, I'll text you. Okay, I'll text him. Guys, I have a big Pokemon deal going on. But let me show you, yeah. People are like, oh, you're not Big Law, blah, blah, blah. But no, I worked at Big Law. Like, I hate when people say that, like, shit. No, the law firm I worked at is bigger than the law firm you worked at. Like, pretty much. Okay. Oh, this is me. Let me show you something cool. This is me in Google. People say, oh, why are you wearing so many Google t-shirts? Blah, blah, oh, less news or what? Blah, 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 blah. Shit, that's me at Google in Ireland, where all the good Google people are. If you want to know where all the top execs of Google are, they're in Ireland. Summer. Okay, is that summertime? No. No, that's a different one. Okay, let me find it. I have a shot. Our law firm was right in front of Madison Square Garden. Oh, Infexus. Now that I caught up in the stream, Lust, you may be the smallest law YouTuber, but from what I've seen so far, among the best, like yes, the civil rights law lawyer. Shout out to him. So ready for part 3, guys. I'm trying to find it, but like I'm so bad at finding stuff. That's why I need a secretary, guys, because I'm so bad at finding this shit. Like it's crazy. I know like it exists. I'm now like, and we're on some like random time. Oh, I found it. Did I find it? No, I didn't find it. No, that's not it. That's oh, I found it. This is my office, guys. This is my office. No. I'm going to show you. A lot of these efforts are saying like I'm not a real attorney. Okay, I'm like no. You don't know how badass of a patent attorney I was back in the day. I wasn't even a patent attorney at this time. I was just an intern. I don't know why I'm getting more excited about it. I'm sure no one gives a shit. But like, I think about big law and the resources you have are like so immense compared to like a small, because I'm trying to build a small copyright law firm right now. And we don't have no resources. We don't have no resources. Photos. Okay. I'll borrow. Okay, so I know where it is. I just have to re-find it again, which itself could take a while. Oh, you're not a real lawyer. Why you wear Google shirts? Yeah, because I worked with Google. I worked with Google for over 10 years. I wasn't officially hired by Google. It's one of these like vendor relationships. So like I can't officially say, hey, I was a Google employee, but it was very close. I was in their Ireland office, guys. Like, if you don't know Google, like, the Ireland office is where all the execs are. Because they're, it's tax-free. Okay. Photo album. That's where my office is. No, I just have, like, 20 of these. I just wear them. That's where my office... So, this is, like... Okay, so this is, like, my office. Okay, this is where I park. This is my office, One Penn Plaza. This is the office building. This is like, I'm younger here, so I was really impressed. I was like, wow, you guys are a big law firm. Cool. So I'm an intern here. Oh, 212 Jameson says, thank you for calling Legal Eagle. Just got out of a hearing being actual. Oh, yeah, congratulations, actual attorney. So I can't make videos. Robert Barnes is a great lawyer and YouTuber. Yes. So again, yes, I thank you so much. Real attorneys, it's going to be hard to be a YouTuber and a real attorney. It will be hard, but we're going to try to do it. And the way we're going to try to do it is, yes, this was not in 20... Guys, I'm not that old, guys. Come on. Now, guys, this is not 2022, guys. Come on. So this is where my building is, Madison Square Garden. They had the WNBA there. Sometimes they would pass out like free WNBA tickets, and I'm like, nah, I'm going home. This is the office. This is my view. This is my office here. See, so like people are like, oh, you don't, no. This is the real law firm, and this is my office. I had a very cool view. Oh, no, that's it. I swear I have more pictures of this. But yeah, that's the view of my office every day. As the intern. So, it was really cool. So people like, so what you have... Oh, yes, Borders is still around, guys. What you have, what you have in terms of, like, a big law firm that you wouldn't have in, like, a one-person law firm or, what I think the main value of having a big law firm is A, it's been around for a long time, and B, you have paralegals who have seen everything. So, like, I'm an intern there, and I'm like, hey, I don't know what this means. And then your secretary says, oh, let me do that for you. And then you will sit there, and she will actually help you do it. And she'll teach you how to do it. And that's the beauty of having... And this structure here only exists. So, like... Oh, okay, Sheldon Norcross. Okay, so we have a lot to do. Thank you, Infexus. We have a lot to do. I'm going to give Sheldon his flowers. So we have a lot more videos to do, but I still have to buy this Pokemon collection. So, oh, Lego Part 3 is coming. Okay, so it's coming. Okay, so we still have this. We have BBQ. Oh, poor BBQ count. No, poor BBQ counselor. He only got 66,000 views, right? And we're only going to give it like one more view, right? Okay, more breaking news. Okay, so we're done the lawyer part. But let me tell you, like, I had a senior lawyer, then I had a junior. So I had this. So I was the Haley in this case, and I got to learn so much law by being part of. So when you're a small law firm, you don't have anyone teaching you, right? They're not going to teach you copyright, patents, or trademark. But when you're part of a big law firm, you have this structure where it's a kick-ass attorney, a junior associate, and you, the intern. And then you don't need to do that much, but you're learning, right? Okay, so let's click out. And then I'm being told this is breaking news. Let's give him a look. Shout out Sheldon.
What up, everybody? Huge update on the part 3 coming right from your boy. But first, a message. You know, everything is
fake. Yes, 1 billion, trillion, gazillion %.
Okay. So North Korean hackers have gotten me part 3. I've seen it. It is real. And what it reveals, I think, is going to break the entire internet. The just callous lies that were told against my friend's character are unbelievable. And it's just probably the most awful thing I've ever seen someone do. Just blatant lies, and it's all recorded. Also, my hacker did hack into a Neuralink chip and in a monkey.
Thank you to 2012 Jameson 199. I don't know what this is, so I'm watching this video with you guys, right? But we'll give Sheldon, some love. The video is definitely 100 million % fake. North Korean hackers. Let's hope North Korean hackers didn't have any. They only really like crypto. So if you don't have crypto, yes. Thank you, Laughable Larry, for your wife's expensive boba tea for an extra long stream. Yes. So we are. Our Uber Eats actually expired. Our membership, Uber Eat 1 expires in a few days, and we're trying to think if we should renew it or not. But thank you so much, Laughable Larry.
And he revealed a lot of things. You know, I don't want to reveal who my North Korean hacker is, because in North Korea, you're not allowed to have free speech. So, you know, if my North Korean hacker talks about this, he's going to go to jail, which sucks. You know, I'm glad we...
Only mistake is patent attorneys have 2 flavors. Okay. Yeah. Actually, this guy's a patent attorney too. I didn't know this. The BBQ counselor who's in Discord is also a patent attorney. No, I'm doing 1.25.
We live in America where we have free speech and it can't be silenced, right? That's what I've always loved about America. You know, best thing ever. You know, I feel bad for this guy for being in North Korea and not being able to have free speech, because I'd love to come forward and say who my North Korean hacker was and give him the credit for getting me this video, but I can't do that. It was a North Korean hacker, and here's what, you know, my North Korean hacker revealed is that, you know, the lies these guys have told, they've done everything in their power to keep it from the light of day. And there's definitive proof they've lied, as you've seen in my videos, but this is the most just horrendous thing I've ever seen someone lie on a friend's name. And also, you know, in this monkey's Neuralink chip that's on...
This is so weird. There obviously is a defamation coming here, right? A defamation lawsuit coming from Reckless Ben to Ahmed Manef.
The dark web. I found out you know, there's a lot of people on the dark web saying that Brian is going to throw Ben under the bus. But before his speech was silenced by a...
Whoa, hold on, what? That was a transition and a half. So Brian is going to throw Ben under the bus. It doesn't look that way, right?
There's like some mystical force that has stopped him from being able to talk. You know, I came to the conclusion that Brian's a really good guy. And, you know, we talked before, you know, this mystical force didn't allow him to talk anymore. I don't know where it is. I can't find this mystical force in the air or where it exists, but it apparently does. So, and I know Brian's not the type of guy, just like we weren't, to throw his friend under the bus. So it's my opinion and my North Korean hacker's opinion that Brian would never, ever do that. And
yes, I believe that too. I believe Brian is not going to run Reckless Ben over the bus and take some type of side deal. So bricks and minifigs is absolutely disgusting. If you guys remember, they made a post where they gave Brian a side deal to settle. They didn't mention Reckless Ben at all. And Brian hasn't taken it.
My North Korean hacker revealed that there's a scene that would be really good. And this is according to a Neuralink chip in a monkey's brain. So take this, you know, as just theoretical. Everything in this video is fake. You know, no one's talking to anybody. You know, we're not allowed to.
So this is what happens to you when the police like falsely arrest you or falsely detain you, take your cell phone away. It's kind of like Mr. Booker, the U.S. Marine. He says it exactly correct. I'm a product of you guys. I'm a product of police abuse. The reason I act the way I act, the reason that I talk about the Fifth Amendment, the reason I have a dash cam here and over there, the reason I know, you know, about Utah statute law is I am a product of you guys. Pulling me over constantly for no reason. Harassing me. Giving me false tickets, right? So Sheldon, with the North Korea, the monkey chip, he's a product of the American fork. You know, he's a product of legal abuse, which is really sad to see. But at the same time, Sheldon probably knows more about Utah law than even I do, if I were to take a guess.
This is, you know, from a Neuralink chip in a monkey's brain. So, but this is the clip that the Neuralink monkey chip brain thing said would fit.
Barring me from the securities industry.
Barring me from getting my Legos back. Barring me from free speech.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
I'm not throwing Reckless Ben under the bus. Leave it! Woo! This keeps getting copyright. We don't suck.
Oh, yeah,
but,
we're gonna... Oh, well.
You could say, yeah, this Neuralink chip monkey brain thing revealed to me, and this is some magical, mystical force. I don't think it's going to have power for very much longer. I think a magical, mystical force thing that stops people from, like, clicking buttons on a phone and posting things is going to be gone very soon.
Yeah, so
and I think this is a...
It is gone. I make patents, Jameson. I'm transactional. I don't litigate. I've litigated patents in the past, but I'm right now currently fully transactional. Now, when we do copyright, we probably will mainly defend copyright. I don't know if we are going to prosecute copyright infringers. I don't know yet. I'm going to open a patent, trademark, and copyright law office soon. I will be honest, it has been a while since I've practiced the law. Like, in terms of, like, what I actually understand. Now, I've been doing pro bono immigration law down here in Houston for the last 2 years, 1.5 years. So there was never, like, a period in time until, like, this live streaming where I wasn't actively practicing some type of law. But I'm not, like, an expert in immigration. I just have a interest in immigration. But my main expertise is, in patents. So the TRO's dead. The TRO's dead, right? TRO's dead. They can talk. The mystical force that he's talking about, the TRO, basically the TRO's, this mystical force Sheldon is talking about is gone.
Korean hacker, at least.
Yeah, so unless the judge is a complete asshole, like, he's going to sign it. He's going to... Oh, Sheldon. Okay, Sheldon Norcross is in chat. Shout out to Sheldon. Give him a view. Give him a view. Sheldon says, oh shit, haha, that wasn't supposed to be gone for 2 more days. Yes. So Sheldon, all Sheldon's information, in immigration, there's not really winning or losing. There's like, did you get deported or not? Right? So Sheldon has a Patreon if he wants to plug it. Sheldon has a GoFundMe or something? Let me... Is it a GoFundMe or Give Send Go? It's probably a GoFundMe, right? Yes. Shout out to Sheldon. This is his GoFundMe. This is official. Donate whatever you would, donate and can to Sheldon, and friends, all 15 of them. He has the GoFundMe. This is the real Sheldon, and he's one of my favorite people in this whole thing, right? And shout out to him in chat. So, yeah, W Sheldon on this. I like how he has framed it, right, with the.
It's over, I'd say, and this is my opinion. This is just an educated guess. Everything in this video is fake. This is a joke video. None of this is real. That part 3 will be out probably in 2 weeks, allegedly, according to, this fake video that isn't real. And I think that, after seeing it through a North Korean hacker, Bricks and Minifigs, you better buckle up, buddy.
Oh, geez.
And this is a parody, none of.
Laughable Larry, thank you for the $5. For the rest of my life, I'll never understand why BAM just didn't pay the money owed to Brian. The whole thing, it's a $400 million company, right? That's crazy. This is what happens to you when the police abuse you. Then you become really interested in the law and knowing what to say before, right? I'll preface this by saying it's a North Korean hacker, and this hacker is,
But you guys are completely screwed. I'm just in a state of disbelief that that Amonic Neff is walking free, is unbelievable. And there should be a mystical, magical force forcing this to be released, but instead it's done the opposite, and I just don't understand. I feel like the legal system has just completely failed me and my friends to such a ridiculous degree at this point. After seeing the callous lies that were told about us in person, through this mystical, magical force field that is in the air that's not letting anyone do anything. I don't know. Just buckle up, guys. It's going to be coming soon, and it is wild, dude.
Yeah, I can't even imagine, how could it be worse than, So number 1 was, really bad. I was like, oh, geez, they stole this elderly person's Legos. And then they shut down. I was like, oh, that's bad, So the first show was about bad business. And then the second show was about bad police. I was like, oh, geez. I believe Sheldon when he says this is going to be, even worse than the second one. But, I'm trying to imagine, what it could even look like, right?
But, this video is fake. Completely fake. Obviously I don't have a North Korean hacker, so there's no way I could have seen part 3, right? This is just a joke. So there's no North Korean. I'm going to disappoint everybody. There's no North Korean hacker that hacked into an Neuralink chip in a monkey's brain. So there's no way I saw part 3, unless you guys know a North Korean hacker. I'm not very cool with any North Koreans. So, this was just a joke video, not real. None of this happened. This was a parody. Like I said, as fake.
So I don't have GoFundMe, Sheldon, but if you can, if you have Venmo and you can send me your Venmo, I have Venmo, I have Zelle, I have PayPal, but I don't really like PayPal. I know young people use Venmo now. If you send me your Venmo, I'll send you something for you, not for this, for you to get a good meal. I'll send you some money to get a good meal if you can let me know what your Venmo is. Try the Houston Museum of Printing History. Why are we trying that? And I understand there's a delay. I don't really know how Venmo works, So like Zelle would be better. Zelle would be better. I understand how Zelle works. I have Venmo, but I don't really know. I use it for one person. I don't know what how to do Venmo or like what the button is. Pay request. Tap to pay on iPhone. I think somebody had to send me like. Yeah, I'll send you money for a nice dinner, Sheldon, if you give me your preferably Zelle. PayPal does suck. I have to use PayPal sometimes, so it's not like beyond like my understanding. But yeah, Sheldon, you can send me your Zelle. I'll send you something so you can have a nice steak dinner for you. Yeah, Zelle is immediate and it doesn't return back, right? I don't have GoFundMe. I just don't have that, right? So yeah, so anytime, Sheldon, you just let me know. We can do that. Yeah, PayPal owns Honey. Venmo is for small amounts of money. Okay, I don't know what people use Venmo for, but I have Venmo. Okay, so let's continue on with Sheldon.
As Josh said, the paperwork is, this video is, and not as fake as the court paperwork that was real. I'm saying this video is actually fake, unlike the court paperwork that was real. Unlike, but you know what I mean? So it's like leveled, you know what I mean? It's like, there's like irony thrown in and stuff.
If Sheldon, you can give it to Alex and Alex will just text me. It doesn't, you don't have to make it public. You don't have to make it public. You can just give it to Alex. It would be enough for a nice meal. I don't know if you have friends. It'll be enough for a good meal, because who is Logan Bunch? Is that you, Logan?
In this video, and none of it's real. The paperwork, it's as unreal as Josh, unless he was lying, and then I'm lying. But if Josh wasn't lying, then I'm not lying, is kind of my point here. So as truthful as Josh was, and I'm sure he believed it, right? And I believe that this video is fake. So yeah, that's, see you guys in a week. I'm in part 3 and stuff, but I haven't seen it. It doesn't even exist, actually, unfortunately, but yeah, so there's the update from the team. This is just a parody video. There's no North Korean hackers. There's no way for me to know anyone from North Korea. I have like 2 friends. So yeah, that's it.
That's funny. Yeah. Also, shout out to One Piece. Pretty awesome One Piece posters. So shout out to Sheldon. We'll give his, I don't know why I clicked off it. We'll give his fundraiser one more shout out. They are fundraising for his Sheldon and friends. Sheldon Lego figure here. A friend's Tyler. I think we know Tyler. Tyler is this Tyler. I assume. And then Sierra. I think Sierra, I guess, is the process server. Correct? So at the very least, it's Sheldon, Tyler, and Sierra. Yeah, send money to his friends. I mean, I could try to figure out how to have a GoFundMe. I just don't like to have like different accounts with my credit card on it. So like, can I just pay via PayPal? Oh. If I press this button, is it going to log me in? What's going to happen when I press this button? What's a GoFundMe tip? So all the money doesn't go to... I've never used this. Like, it doesn't go... So the tip goes to GoFundMe? You can adjust... Oh, I can adjust? How do I do that? Oh, well, obviously I don't want any of the money to go to GoFundMe. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. I gotta buy the Pokemon collection? No, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds, guys. Okay, don't do PayPal online. Okay, 2 seconds. I don't know. I wanted Sheldon to get a little bit of money himself, but I didn't spend as much on. I didn't buy a globe. I was gonna buy a globe. No, I can do it, guys. It's fine. I have this thing called Venmo. Why would you want GoFundMe to get money? I'm very confused. Why would you tip GoFundMe? Don't they make percentage anyway? Okay. It will take 2 seconds. Like, I have a PayPal business account. Okay. One more step. Today. I don't have an account name. Okay. So I gave Sheldon the whole $100. Let's see if it actually pops up. It doesn't have my name. It has like, let's see. Palestinian aid. Okay, Sheldon. Yeah, it's dead air, guys. I'm sorry. No, that's YouTube. GoFundMe. Oh, interesting enough. Yeah, GoFundMe should start GoFundMe. Am I anonymous? I'm pretty sure I donated. Yeah, that's weird. I don't see it. But it does say I donated. So I show up as the most recent tip. How do we know what's most recent? I couldn't leave any. I couldn't leave like a word or any of that stuff. Oh, I guess I'm anonymous. Yeah? But I don't see myself. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Oh, it used my official name. Yes. Okay, so good. Okay, Sheldon. Thank you so much, Sheldon. Yeah, that's my official name. That's probably why I don't actually use. So let me explain to you why the whole internet, yeah, the TRO is lifted. Why the whole internet, like, there's another Tony Gore, and he's out in California, and he's been, like, disbarred. So the whole internet thinks I've been, like, disbarred as a lawyer, right? Because there's another person with, like, Tony Gore, but my real name isn't Tony. Right? So it's like, that's my government name, right? So, but my license, my law license, all everything. So there's literally another lawyer called Tony Gore in California. And he's like been doing like shitty stuff all the time. And people think that's me. So they're like, oh, I looked up his license and he's blah 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 blah. But that's not, no, that's not me. You know? Oh, he got his license back again. No, he's inactive. So again, people think I'm inactive because they like check up Tony Gore, right? And they're like, oh, Tony Gore's inactive. Oh, he's not even inactive. But I'm like, dude, that's not me. You know, like, so snark, like every single snark, like Ace Free. So if you guys are from Ethan Klein or you enjoy Ethan Klein, I like Ethan Klein. Every single mother effing post is about me not being inactive as a lawyer. But I'm like, that's not me. I was never barred in California. It says here I'm in New York. But what they do is they type in the name and then they're like, oh, you must be, you know, like, yeah, look at my description. I can't practice law in, where's my description? Here? Yeah, I graduated NYU, patent bar, William Mary. I'm licensed as a lawyer in New York State. But every single time they get confused with that guy and they're like, oh, he doesn't practice law. He's inactive. Look at that, inactive. And no, if you go to New York State and you check it, I am active. You know? So shout out to Sheldon Norcross for all the good stuff. I don't know how much more we can do this. Like, oh God, we have so much more to cover. Josh versus Mormon. I will go until like we are done this page. No, there's 2.5. Okay, we will finish at least this page, okay? At least this page.
In any way. And then something weird happens. Officer Hawkins, just out of nowhere, claims that he smells alcohol on the kid's breath. And he asks him if he's been drinking.
What was your plan exactly?
I was just gonna ask him like.
So basically, they ask everybody, "Hey, are you drinking? I smell alcohol. Ben smells alcohol. I smell alcohol on Ben. Are you using heroin? I smell drugs on you. The dog smells drugs." Like, they are absolutely like Tyler, hey, are you drinking? Did you drink? Do you know if Reckless Ben drank? This is like the most crazy thing is that everyone they've engaged with is like, hey, are you drinking? Are you on drugs? And he's like, no, it's my cologne. This is my favorite part. He's like, no, it's my cologne.
You know, is he willing to give up everything like he said? Because he swore on everything. He swore on God. And if not, I was going to confront his bishop about it.
Okay. And then, so have you been drinking at all today? Because I smell a little bit off your breath. So.
No, I have not drinking this
at all.
Have you been drinking? Have you been drinking? He's not in a car. Why does, like, look, he's not in a car. He's not driving. Somebody drove him here. He walked it. Why would it, like, is he under, so some people are saying he's underage, then some people say he's 21, right? So, I don't know. There's the debate as to his age.
I don't drink, sir. So what am I smelling then? Okay.
I don't drink, sir, because he's Mormon.
All right, you're gonna hang out with this officer then, okay? I'm gonna see what his name is. You said his name's Ben? Who's this guy?
Brother Johnson.
Okay, I'm gonna find out what's going on with him. Just hang out with him, okay? Officer Ron. Nice to meet you. Can we come inside?
I'm sick. I'm sick.
Oh shit! This is crazy. Do you want to come inside? I'm sick. Look at him. If anyone's been drinking, it is this guy here, with the no shoes, the no. Guys, look how squirrely he is. Look like that. Look at this. I can't believe it.
Hang out with him, okay?
Look at this.
Officer Ron. Nice to meet you. Can we come inside?
Do you want us to come inside? Do you want us to come inside?
I'm sick. I'm sick.
I'm sick. Wait. If you're sick, then shouldn't you come inside? I don't understand. Like, so the police officer do you want to go inside? No, I'm sick. So let me stand outside with no shoes on. In the cold. Like, it is clearly very cold. He now has a jacket on. He's got pants on. That's crazy. Look how, like, he just, do you want us to come in? No.
But then another weird thing happens. Josh then refuses to let the officer in.
Yeah, that's
that he's
weird.
Sick and he has a
that is weird.
Fever. Though yesterday he had told Officer Tonga that he had been getting ready to go and speak at church when the fake UPS delivery kid had showed up at his door. So I wonder, as we lawyers like to ask in a trial, was he lying then or is he lying now? And what's the reason that Josh doesn't want the officer to go inside his house?
Fever? You probably don't want to come in.
Fever? Okay, so Josh has a fever. You don't want to come in. Like, wow. Yeah, he's in full panic mode. Oh, geez. This is a good catch by the civil rights lawyer. Like, there's something in his house. Right? Like, this is not normal. Like, none of what Josh has done is normal behavior. But holy moly, this is very sus behavior.
I'll ask you guys to step out towards the sidewalk.
Yeah.
I don't want to get sick. You're good. I've had the bad chills all day.
Alright, so what's going on?
So, he is a fan of Reckless Ben, this YouTuber that is attacking us. So, we owned a franchise in Oregon.
Okay, so this is previously redacted audio.
Okay.
So we took over. So the first franchisee's name was Crystal Law.
You know, these people over here?
That's Brother Johnson.
And what is that?
So I have a YouTuber. He's coming to town. He's like, hey, like this guy in Salt Lake. This guy owns a bunch of value in minifigures, like Legos. He has $200,000 worth of his life savings at the store, and he's trying to shut it down basically just to take that money away from him. And so I was just coming here to ask him about it. I ring the doorbell. He told me I'll be out in a minute. Really good. I have another guest or anything, and then you guys showed up. Basically, I'm not from there.
So he's shutting down somebody that you know's business, or some kind of.
So I'm not filled in on the whole story, but basically this guy has $200,000 worth of Lego sets, and he's trying to take advantage of that by shutting down the store instead of paying the guy back for it. And so I was just here to confront him because there's an audio clip going around of him saying I swear on everything, like I'm not trying to do that. And then he hasn't followed his word, and so I just came here to ask him a question or two about it. And he said, yeah, I'll be out in a second. I didn't answer.
Gotcha.
So they have said they're not going to sue us in court. They're going to let the eye of the public be the determining factor. And so they have attacked us. They went to corporate headquarters today. Provo has a case against them. They went to my partner's house. They went to my sister's house.
I mean, look at this. So like everyone in this American Fork Police Department, the first thing they ask anyone related to Reckless Ben, were you drinking? Are you on drugs? They didn't ask that question to him. It's kind of astounding, right? That's kind of the MO of the American Fork Police Department, to kind of, say that you're drinking, that you're on drugs. The one person who's probably drinking or on drugs with no shoes, and people would defend him, and they would say like, oh, I walk outside my front porch without shoes, okay? Number one, like when there's a police officer at your door, do you do that? Would you walk out without shoes or socks when there's a police officer in your door? The answer is no. Number two, he literally went back to get a jacket. So he felt cold. So he got a jacket, but he didn't get shoes. Or socks or something like that. Like, according to him, he's sick and he has a fever.
If another one of these guys comes up, I'm not going to play nice. This is the end. No. This is the last time somebody steps foot.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He's making threats now. If another one of these guys comes up, I'm not going to play nice.
My property. I don't care if it's another kid. It ends.
I don't care if it's another kid. It ends. How does it end, Josh?
Better let him know to not ever come back here any way, shape, or form. Don't have Ben or Reckless Ben come, because I'm ending it. I'm done with him. I'm not playing games. I do not want him here threatening my family. And any of this crap.
Did he threaten you?
No, no.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, did he threaten you? No.
Yesterday, they pretended to be a police officer, or a post office, and they delivered a fake package.
Do you have that video by chance?
Well, no. This wasn't charged. But they did the same thing to my partner's house.
Unfortunately, his Ring camera was not charged. So he's getting all these death threats, and he cannot charge his Ring camera. Guys, this is like the police officer who didn't charge their body cam when they are like body slamming a citizen, like completely flat. When the citizen is like on his knees, it's like, oh, my police cam wasn't charged. Okay.
Yesterday. I'm not playing with these guys anymore. So this kid came yesterday.
Oh God, Josh is like me. It takes forever to find stuff. Yeah, dude, it takes forever to find stuff on the phone. I don't know what it is. I think there may be certain type of people who are like not good at finding stuff. I like that they already know. So I know it exists, but I cannot find it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, like in the Epstein trial, the jail camera was not charged, and we couldn't catch what happened. Like Epstein, there's no video footage. It's like, wait, you're in jail. How is there no video footage?
So what is this kid? What is this kid's involvement? Why does he want to come talk to me?
Well, he said that he was with Ben earlier and asked as a mediator to come talk to you.
Yeah, no. Ben sent him to come harass me. This
Who
kid.
is this? That's Ben?
No, this kid pretended to deliver this package yesterday. Then he's like, "Here, sign this." He had me sign his phone, so I just went like that. They've frauded agreements in Oregon, so they forged our manager's signature. So I know.
Okay, again, this is wrong, and I don't know if Josh is aware he's wrong or he's not. But essentially, it is a real signature. It's not a forged signature. The signature is real, but what you would contest in court is, hey, this was deceptive, right? You got my real signature via deceptive means. So that would be what you would say in court. But the signature from Amanda is certainly real.
Oh, they're going to take that signature and put it on some fake document.
All I was going to do is just come here and ask him a couple questions and tell him. This might be a crazy ask, but could you take a selfie with me for my buddies? Any chance? If not, it's okay.
We can take a picture, yeah, later.
He's so innocent. Like, everyone here is, like, so innocent. Like, Sheldon, Reckless Ben. And then you get to, like, the one U.S. Marine, the retired U.S. Marine. And he's like, F you, please. F you, please. F you. Give me my ticket. Give me my ticket. Like, this is how, like, everyone starts out. Innocent. You trust the police. You trust the judge. You know, you trust your neighbors. Brother Josh would definitely not say anything nasty about you, right? And you're like, oh, can I get a selfie with you? Like, okay. And then after this happens over and over again, you're like the Mr. Booker from the video we saw last time, where you're just like very angry all the time because like this keeps happening to you over and over again.
Do you know if it's a real package?
It's not a real package. It has rubber chickens in it. It's got fake USPS postal thing.
So it's not rubber chickens. It's rubber ducks. Again, another lie. So it's just like things that you don't need to lie about. Josh lies about. Let me repeat this again. Things that like you don't need to lie about. Like why do you need to lie about? Is it ducks or is it chickens? This is why I think maybe Josh is like a pathological liar, where he like just can't stop lying, even if it doesn't really matter. Like in this case, does it matter if it's ducks or chickens? Does it matter if it's USPS or UPS, right? Like he literally showed a picture with the hat UPS. Like some of the lies, like I don't really understand. Like some of the lies that Josh has come up with are so, A, they're very easy to prove they're lies. So they're very bad lies. And B, it's completely unnecessary to lie in this case. Is it ducks? Is it, is a forged signature? Is it ducks? Is it chickens? Is it USPS? Is it UPS?
The American Fort Police said yesterday we got to take it to the post office and they'll prosecute him. Okay. The post office will, because it's a federal crime.
Yeah, it is.
Again, that is also a lie because it's UPS who delivered it, not USPS. So it is a lie in his benefit to say that it's USPS delivered it, because now it looks like, oh, we're getting them on federal crime for mail, which they're not because it's UPS, right?
And then, do you have any video for today that you would like to show me of this guy?
Yeah.
Josh then shows Officer Hawkins the doorbell video
I want his name.
of this kid at the door prior to police arriving.
So, Amazon, and then this kid walks up.
Yeah, no, I am sorry to waste all his time, though. He told me he was coming out, and then I saw the cops call him. I'm like, oh, well, guess he's not coming out to talk to me.
I'm just trying.
Talk to me real quick. I'm just a quick guy. You what? Are you home right now? What do you need? What's up, man? Hey, sorry to bug you. Is Brother Johnson around? Yeah, this is he. Any chance I can speak to you real quick? About what? I'm just from the Second Harbor Ward. I just heard some things going around. I was just wondering if I could come talk to you real quick.
So he says he's from the Second Harbor Ward. That must mean like some part of the church, I guess. So he's saying I'm from the church, I assume what that means, Second Harbor Ward.
I'm gonna support things up. You what?
Yeah, if he would have told me to leave, I would have left, but he told me he was coming out, so I just waited for him.
What do you need to talk to me about? I'm just from the Second Harbor Ward. I just had some videos coming around. I was wondering if we could talk about it real quick. Just trying to clear things up for Bishop Roberts.
Bishop Roberts is Bishop of the First Ward. We don't have a second ward.
Oh, Mr. Roberts is a first ward. So Mr. Roberts is the first ward. So this is again, this is all in the same church system. So he actually knows who Mr. Roberts is.
I thought it would be the Harbor First Ward, Harbor Second Ward. I knew right then he was part of Ben, so that's when I called you guys. And then I was on the phone with him.
Oh God! What? Josh Johnson called the police after he said the Second Harbor, and then he was like, "Oh, I knew this guy wasn't a Mormon. He would know that this guy was part of the first harbor, not the second one." And that's when he called the police, because you got the guy's harbor name wrong, which I think is like, like, oh yes, Josh is High Council. Yes, very awkward for the church to be dragged into this, of course.
Badge the whole time. And he was opening this door, peeking in the windows, knocking on the door the whole time till you got here.
Okay, so if he was doing all that stuff, why doesn't it show in the footage? So I have Ring 2. Ring is motion censored. So it starts recording. It doesn't record when you push the doorbell. It records when, like, it sees somebody there. So, in fact, it starts recording even before you push the doorbell. As soon as it recognizes somebody in this frame, which is, like, all the way to his driveway, it would have picked him up somewhere in the walk to the... And nowhere here does it look like he's looking at the windows, he's peeking in. You know, it's weird. He's lying again.
He went to corporate headquarters and got trespassed for the second time from there.
Where's corporate headquarters? American Fort Thousand.
We can see that the kid is polite and he doesn't appear to be harassing or threatening Josh in any way.
So this is when I was just on with this bench.
As Hawkins is watching the doorbell video, Josh then brings Mormonism into the conversation.
Hello? Brother Johnson?
Implying to the officer that he doesn't think that this kid is a real Mormon, like them.
He thinks if he dresses in a white shirt and tie that.
Have you seen him in church before?
No, he doesn't. No. He get his driver's license if he has one. He doesn't live around here.
He also mentions to this cop, like he did the day before to Officer Tonga, that he, Josh, is in fact a real Mormon. And he even takes it a step further, mentioning that he's actually on the High Council.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We know why it's redacted. Laughable Larry, thank you for the $5. We know why this is redacted. Is it makes Josh look really bad. So, like, why does it matter if Josh is on the High Council? Why does it matter if Josh is Mormon? Why does it matter if this kid is not Mormon? It doesn't matter. As a police officer, you're supposed to be protective of all your citizens, not just the Mormon ones, right? So in Utah County, 85% of the population is Mormon. Imagine how they treat the 15% of the population if, whenever you get a speeding ticket, I'm Mormon, I'm on the High Council. Whenever you want somebody arrested, I'm Mormon, I'm on the High Council. This would be a bizarre way to look at this is illegal. Josh, okay, so I think I know, let's just play it. I think I know what's going to happen next.
I'm on the High Council, so I don't know how.
I'm on the High Council. Just like how Amon is the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs. But why does this matter, right? It's the same idea of the American Fork Police. They yell, scream at the U.S. Marine. Once they find out he is a U.S. Marine because he accidentally gave him his vet's card, or military ID, then their tone was like, "Oh, yeah, you were right, amazing." So status is everything. Status here is everything, right? high counsel. It blows my mind here, right? Like, so, so like, people just flexing their status on each other, and it works. It works. It's crazy stuff.
On everything. Is there a time that would work better for y'all? Can I swing by another time?
You fish? Yeah?
I do.
I went up to Jordan the other day, dude. Where do you go?
Most of these Spanish Fork Canyon. I haven't been in a long time.
I'm not trying to be pushy or anything.
He's such a nice gentleman. Like, he's like, oh, do you go fishing? I go here. Oh, I go fishing here. Oh, cool. So in the meanwhile, this guy's trying to put this guy in jail, saying he's not a real Mormon. I would know. I'm high counsel. And this guy's just talking about fishing and wants a picture of the cops. He's having a good time, while this guy's trying to put him in prison. Yeah, TRO, right? TRO revision gone. TRO gone. We will see according to Sheldon Norcross, we will see part 3 sometime soon.
Trying to get y'all side of the story, but it has to come down to it. I can just go discuss it with Bishop Roberts.
Oh no, Bishop Roberts, right? So he called the police because this kid thinks Bishop Roberts is in the 2nd ward, but he knows, because he's high counsel, that's not true. So something suspicious is happening. They sent a non-Mormon to dress as a Mormon because he got confused if it's the 1st or 2nd.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Dude, well, if you're looking to go, I found this crazy spot. We were sitting around Jordan for like 3 hours.
Dude, all these little, all like Reckless Ben, like Sheldon, the server processor, Tyler, the guy driving him around, this guy whose name we don't know, who's known as the Mormon kid. They're all like so nice, right? They're like so nice. And then, so on one hand, you're having a nice conversation about cool fishing spots. I found a really cool one. And then on the other hand, it's like, hey, you gotta put this guy in jail. You gotta put this guy in jail. He's harassing me. Why is this guy not in jail?
We moved a couple coves over, hiked like 30 minutes through bushes, and as soon as I cast, like 30 seconds in,
I think the dichotomy is like, really, juxtaposition, where's the excitement, is so bizarre, right? Clearly, this guy's not a danger. Like, remember, the first thing Josh said, he has guns and he has cameras. He has guns and cameras. Yeah, does this kid appear drunk? They actually ask him about cologne later on, which is crazy. So they still ask him about cologne later on.
I get a bite, and I'm like reeling it in, and my buddy thought I was with him. Catch that one. And then he casts his and catches one like 2 minutes later. Really stacks up. Yeah.
Rainbow trout.
Of Jordan now.
And the police officer's like really like into it. He's like, yeah, cool. I gotta go there sometime.
Yeah, it's not too hard to get to.
Yeah. He's no. Josh just says he may have a gun. Josh says he may have a gun. No, this guy has a gun. The Mormon kid has a gun. Check him for guns and cameras.
Yeah, I've never caught a fish that fast in my life. Pretty sweet.
He doesn't try opening up your door. Remember, the Ring camera stops working whenever Josh wants it to stop working. But like people said, it doesn't look like the battery type. It looks like it's plugged in. So how can the Ring camera run out of battery, Josh? Remember, Josh said the Ring camera has to be charged.
I couldn't tell. He opened this one. I don't know what he was doing.
Now the story changes. From, he was trying to bang on my door, open my door, to, I don't know what he was doing. Okay.
With dispatch, just watching him on the phone. I thought he was trying to open the door.
I thought he was trying to open the door, but the Ring camera, the Ring footage, you literally have him on Ring. You're telling me you didn't watch the Ring footage that you're showing the police right now?
No, I opened the screen door and all.
He's there for at least 10 minutes then before I show up.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he was already going.
624.
You can't see the red door on the camera, but you can see him opening this one.
If you want to skim through it and see if that's a thing that you can find, and I'll take a photo of it. I'm going to just go talk to him. So just
yes. Yes, the American Fork Department. They love taking photos of people's cell phones. They love it. I wish I could play that clip again, but I don't know where to find it, and we're going to continue going.
Hawkins then goes back over to the kid, and he says, you were standing on this guy's porch for 10 minutes after he said he didn't want to talk to you. But the kid seems surprised, saying that he never heard Josh say that, which I don't believe he did.
All right, boss. So you're there for about 10 minutes on ring camera, kind of asking for him and all that kind of stuff after he's saying he doesn't want to answer you and stuff like that.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't hear with the audio coming out. I thought you said he was going to.
Okay. So yeah, he has asked you to be trespassed. So I'm going to check your file, check your ID and make sure it's valid and all that stuff. Then we'll go from there.
In reality, what Officer Hawkins observed on the doorbell video was this kid being polite and saying, sorry to bug you, is Brother Johnson around?
Hey, sorry to bug you. Is Brother Johnson around?
To which Josh says, yeah, this is he.
Yeah, this is he.
The kid then says, any chance I could speak with you real quick? That's pretty scary, right?
Any chance I could speak to you real quick?
He's just waiting. It doesn't show him trying to open the door.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, actually, I'll just go this video. So, free. 60. We gotta move a little bit fast. Oh, this is the clone part. This is my favorite one. Oh, we're almost there. Let me go forward a little bit.
Just waiting for it. Yeah.
Officer Hawkins then, after questioning the kid on his Mormon credentials, begins once again accusing this kid of smelling like alcohol, which the kid denies.
You said you haven't had a drink today at all? Do you never drink? Never had a drink in your life? The reason I asked is I smell it.
God, they smell, dude. If Mormons don't drink, how do they know what alcohol smells like? Dude, these police officers smell everyone drinking. Dude, everyone is drinking, according to the police officers.
Wearing a certain cologne or something?
Wearing a certain cologne or something, he says. This is the most baller thing ever. Are you wearing a certain cologne?
I mean, I'm wearing Versace.
I'm wearing Versace, the clone.
I cooked up like a skirt steak earlier.
I cooked up a skirt steak earlier. Could have been the seasoning.
Gotcha. Did you blow into a PBT to make sure there's nothing in your system then? No? Okay. I have a hard time believing you, dude. To be honest with you.
I have a hard time believing you, dude. Guys, do you want to see the most disgusting thing like you've ever seen? This guy who's being beat up, right? He's being beat up. It's on Lackluster's channel, and he's like, I respect the police, and the police is like, no, you don't. You know, and then after they beat him up. Oh, there's another one. Like, there's so much news. Like, you could just live stream 24/7 if you really wanted to. But I've never seen anything like this before. To be quite frank, this is very scary. This is very scary. This is like incredible scary. Okay. Taser pointed at genitalia, the American Fork Way. Police officer 1 holding his weapon ready to shoot. Safety probably unlocked. And another police officer with... So what do you think is going to happen? They're going to... Right? They're going to put handcuffs on the guy, right? He's already on his knees. Yes? Okay. That's not what happens, guys. Wait till you see what happens here. This blows my mind.
He's had ringing in.
Holy moly. A guy out of nowhere with a running start.
The ears.
Body slams him. Like, full feet. This is American Fork Police Department. This guy is on his knees. There's already at least 4 cops here. Why do you need to body slam him to the ground? And then they start punching him.
Stopped for 2 years.
Look. Then they choke him.
He had several broken fingers and knuckles and significant PTSD. This was an outrageous violation of his civil rights.
Look. Then you got this police officer choking out the first police officer who's choking out the victim. This is the American Fork Department. In fact, many of them still work here. And this is the worst part. I think this is the... in my opinion, the worst part about this, hold on. Okay, I think it's this. This is like disgusting what they do to him.
Disrespect me, motherfucker!
I suggest you shut the fuck up.
Okay, wait, here we go. Oh, thank you, Billy. Billy says, we had a couple come into our store a couple days ago that said they owned a small Lego store in Utah. I was definitely expecting meta glasses and waxed mustaches. Turned out they were former Mormons. You cannot be too... Yeah. The Almond McNeff. You know, I think Almond McNeff could make a lot of money, like, selling a mustache, right? No. Listen to him. Guys, you gotta listen to this conversation. I found... So, again... This is really bad behavior. There's no way this is, like, good. But this is the thing I found, like, most crazy of all. Like, this conversation is crazy, guys.
It's not a big deal. We appreciate that. You guys won, Nags. Look at my fucking hands, dude. Fuck.
There's a program.
Is there another one? Please don't.
Where's the other one? Right there on base wrist.
He just wanted to buy some candy bars from the Dollar General.
Don't, dude. It fucking hurt, too. No, hey, I don't need to be hogtied.
You're not getting hogtied. I'm just on your feet.
Dude, please. Please, I'm begging you.
What's your name?
What?
What's your name?
You gonna fucking punch me in the face?
So this is the police officer that punched him in the face at least a dozen times, okay? Listen to the police. Take this, like, this is not out of context, right? Just understand what's happening here.
Fuck, dude, come on. I didn't even hit you guys back.
I'm gonna tell you something.
He didn't even hit him back.
Right now.
I'm gonna tell you something.
You have the right.
This guy right here. This guy right here.
Respect me, motherfucker.
You disrespect me.
I suggest you shut the fuck up.
Don't fucking talk to me like this. Like, please stop. Look at me, dude. I respect you guys a lot.
Look, this is the saddest part. Everyone in Utah County respects the police. He literally says, I respect you guys a lot. And look, this is the part where I think it's just, like, horrendously bad. I respect you guys a lot. The guy's on the ground. He doesn't punch the police back because he respects them. He's handcuffed to the ground. I respect you a lot, okay? No, that's Twix, guys. That's not Baby Ruth.
It's a lot.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Holy shit, man. Holy shit, like you gotta be kidding me, right?
Fuck if I don't, dude.
Fuck if I don't, right? He's literally telling the police, I respect you a lot. That's why I didn't punch you back. You kept punching me. And he's like, no, you don't respect me.
Fighting with us, bro.
You fought me.
Yeah.
I didn't fight back.
You did not comply. That's why you got fought.
Yes, you did not comply. Look, we got a guy with a taser gun towards the genitalia. We got a guy with his hand probably on a gun ready to shoot him in the face. We got another guy with handcuffs, right? And then out of nowhere, look at this.
Fuck you, dude. I did too.
You have the right to
yes, he's on the ground, and bam! Bam! Out of nowhere. Like, what? Like, no, I'm being serious here. How can you look at this video as a police officer and say, yeah, and none of them lost their jobs, by the way. None of them lost $1. None of them were sued and lost money. None of them lost their jobs, and they continued on with whatever this is. They're near their effing Target. This is where I get Pokemon cards from sometimes when I'm lucky enough. Like, this should be scary to you. You know who shops at Target? Why, like, wives or kids? You know, I go to Target occasionally with my wife. I don't really want to go. But occasionally they have Pokemon cards, so I'm like, oh, well, maybe I get lucky today. And there's Pokemon cards. But you know who shops at Target? Why? Moms, wives, women, mostly women. When I go to Target, it's either Pokemon scalpers or women. Kids, yeah, kids shop at Target. Target is not like a super dangerous place, guys. The Target parking lot is not a place where, like, you know, again, you know, Target. You know, this is Target. Look, this guy, old people. Yes, old people. Old people shops. Whenever I go to Target, it's mostly empty. But out of the people shopping, it's like women, old people. Like this is not like a location of like, you know, this is a relatively safe location, guys. Oh, jeez, look at that.
Yeah, Cody Wade.
And now they're eating his candy bars. Now they're eating his candy bars.
Fucking Greenland. Please don't lose.
Oh no, they're eating his crisp fins. A dangerous weapon.
And get the fuck off of me.
We're not doing that.
I was fucking not doing anything wrong.
Resisting.
I'm not, dude.
Just relax.
Let me stand up then.
Nope.
Please.
Let me stand up. Nope. Please.
Please don't.
Roughly 5 more minutes of this conversation continues before one of the officers finally tells Cody why they were even there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, right here. So the reason why we're out here, Cody, is because you called and said you were trying to break into cars.
No.
Ah, somebody called. A random mystery figure called saying you're trying to break into your own car. Your own car. So if anyone calls these guys, you know, if you call them in the middle of the night, hey, my neighbor's being really loud. They'll go to your neighbor. They'll start slamming the door nonstop, right? Ringing the doorbell, slamming, knocking the door over.
No, my stuff's on the side of her car.
That was the call that we got.
So you fucking attacked me over that?
I came out here and told
Dude,
you.
Look. Somebody called. He was trying to get his stuff from his own car that he owned. And they decided this was the best outcome for their behavior.
Dude, I got down, dude. You know it.
But you didn't go all the way down.
I got on my...
Whoa. And their argument is, he says, I got down, you know it. But you didn't go all the way down. You have to worship and lick our feet and lick our boots. Look, their argument is, yeah, you did get down, but not all the way. He was on his knees. You know, what else you want, you know? I mean, what else you want, man? What else? I mean, yeah, he's very afraid at this point. Look.
That was the call that we got.
So they got a call that he was breaking into his own car that he owns, and they want him on his knees, so he gets on his knees, but they...
You fucking attacked me over that?
I came out here and told
dude,
you.
I got down, dude. You know it.
Yeah, they know it. There's 4 of them. There's 4 of them. Why are they so afraid of this guy with his, like, Twix and his chips? He just went to get some chips at the Dollar General, which also has Pokemon cards, by the way. So occasionally I go to Dollar General as well.
But you didn't go all the way down.
Their excuse of why they beat him in the face, they body slam him, 180 Superman him, they tase him, right, and run away. And then the one guy is like beating him like is you didn't get all the way down.
I got on my knees, dude.
All the way down to the ground.
Dude, I didn't even attack you. It's not funny, dude.
I'm not laughing. I'm not saying it's funny.
It's not funny.
Oh, now there's 5 police. Is this police or EMC?
Because I didn't try to
EMS.
fight back. Got one.
Oh no! Look at all this candy. Like he's just trying to go to Dollar General. Oh jeez. Look, I have shoes like this. I have Under Armour shoes. He's got sunglasses. He's got dental floss, man. Dude, this guy is not a criminal. He literally has dental floss. Do you think a criminal is going to go to Dollar General and get dental floss? Look, he got look at what he bought. This is not a criminal, guys. He bought dental floss. He has some type of chip here. He's got Starburst, I think, and I've seen the Twix. Yeah, this could really happen to me. What criminal do you know is going to buy dental floss? Right? No, I'm serious. What criminal you know buys dental floss? On the way to commit a crime and steal a car, I'm just going to buy dental floss, right? Because that's what I need.
What? I could have got some. What? You don't think so?
Oh, no, more candy. Oh, more candy. Oh, no, look at all this candy. Butterfingers. Is this more dental floss? Did he buy like a second dental floss? This is Butterfingers. This is Twix. I don't know what this is. This is a bag of chips. Very dangerous. Almost as dangerous as having a camera. God forbid he had a camera in there.
Got one time, dude. That's fucking bullshit. It ain't funny, dude.
Not laughing.
What? I could have got some. What? You don't think so? I could have took them. More, huh?
The rest of the available footage is muted by the officers. Roughly half of the...
Is there a pattern of behavior that when their time to beat up the guy, muted? What's the point then of having a body cam if you can just turn it off or mute it anytime you want? Like what is going on here? Again, I think this is a pattern of behavior. This is a pattern of behavior. Classic muting, right? The guy just went to get candy, some chips, maybe a little bit of dental floss from the Dollar General, and then he couldn't find his keys, and then...
So who's second Harbor Ward? What do you think?
I just know he's in first Harbor Ward.
Okay. Alright, stand by with him. I'll be back.
This is something that we see over and over again during these interactions with the American Fork Police Department.
Make sure you stay off your phone.
These Mormon cops have this apparent obsession.
Make sure you stay off your phone. They really hate cameras. They really, really hate cameras, guys. Like, I've never seen a police department hate cameras as much as these guys. They would rather you have a gun than a camera. Because then, if you had a gun, they would just, like, shoot you like crazy.
With accusing everyone of being on alcohol or drugs, as if it's some sort of Mormon litmus test. Note that this kid has not been driving, he's not seen to be acting intoxicated or he's stumbling around. It just appears to be harassment, sort of a Mormon-style virtue signaling harassment. And it's wild that it's being done by a police officer.
Yeah, it is really wild. Joss, okay. 6:45, oh, we're right here.
Under color of law. When the cops encountered him, I don't know if you saw this on the body cam, but when the cops go up and start talking to him at Josh's front door.
Okay, 41. I'm trying to at least finish this video because we have like so much to cover, and I'm really hungry right now.
Rub it off, right?
But yeah,
I get your frustration. There's just certain things.
I know he wasn't here yesterday. They didn't catch him yesterday.
I checked it. I tried going even that.
Where's he from?
Salt Lake.
He's from Salt Lake.
Hawkins then gives the kids private information to Josh, and he says if he comes back, I'll come and arrest him. But Josh complains that they'll just send more kids, and he's pushing Officer Hawkins to a...
Oh, God. They would just send more kids. Oh, Josh's worst nightmare. They are going to send more kids with cameras at Josh. YouTubers, right? Holy moly. This is so bad. The behavior of these police officers don't make any sense. Now they're going to check random people's cars, okay?
Hey, Osprod, you have nothing to do with the guy over here.
Yeah, we were watching it.
Okay, and that's totally fine. You don't know him, though?
No,
Okay, you don't know the guy that lives at this house?
No, not at all.
Okay, because I mean, if you guys do, I don't care enough, so. No affiliation to this Mr. Ben guy, a YouTuber? Okay, sounds good.
Jesus. Oh, man, that's so bad. Now they're just asking random people they see, hey, Do you know Reckless Ben? Do you know this has got to be like the best advertisement ever, right? Do you know Reckless Ben? Have you heard of Reckless Ben? He's a YouTuber.
You guys have a good one?
Oh no. 4850. Oh no, they mute the body cam again.
No reason. Okay.
His ID's at my house. It's like his.
I already have his technically.
Oh, okay.
So just give me a second.
Over the radio, he calls for another officer to come to the scene, accusing Tyler and Ben of trying to play smart.
If you want to head over, you can.
Oh my god, these idiots. I mean, some part of this is incompetence, yes, and poor training. So, like, we always talk about, like, what is malice, what's incompetence. So these idiots have a dash cam. So the police officer turns off his body, he mutes his body cam. Okay? But the dash cam is still recording. Because they're either that stupid. Can you imagine how stupid you have to be? Like, I question the malice part. I think they are very spiteful malice, but how stupid do you have to be? You mute your audio. You mute the audio, so you know what you're doing is bad. You know what you're going to say next. You don't want to be public, and you don't want anyone to record it. So you turn off your body cam. You mute your body cam, but you forgot to mute your dash cam. So we get the audio already. So people saying it's all malice and they're really smart. No, I really do think they're stupid. Because if it was malice, they would have immediately they know they have a dash cam. Every day they drive for their dash cam, okay? They know it's on, it's blinking. Look, it's blinking. There's no way they don't know there's a dash cam in the car. So they know we're going to say something so bad, we don't want it to be heard. So let me go to my car where my dash cam is still on. Like, again, I really think, but yes, I'm not saying when you mute that's malice, right? But when you get into your car and your dash cam is recording, that's not malice, that's incompetence. So I think this is the best way to describe the police department. This is the best way to describe them. Is they act with malice, but they're so incompetent, they don't know what the hell they're doing half the time, right? I mean, remember, somebody in the police department uploaded 50 gigabytes of unredacted footage. You know? Like, the incompetence is like, it's a lot. Okay?
Trying to play smart. Hey, Ron, you want to talk to the driver and see if he's saying anything?
Did you hear him pick him up?
Yep, I watched him try to get in this car first, and they turned around and saw me. So they tried to detangle, but they saw it already.
Ben, Hawkins, and some other officer are talking over the radio. They're having a discussion about Tyler and Ben, and then all of a sudden, Officer Hawkins mutes the audio on his body cam so as to conceal the conversation from anyone who would later review this body cam footage. For this reason, most law enforcement agencies have policies on when officers are authorized to mute their body cams.
So does that mean the guy doesn't have a car then?
He says he had his car, but it's at Ben's house because he was hanging out with Ben and Tyler, and Ben asked him to go to this guy to mediate and ask about the minifigs that the previous owner of Bricks and Legos stole from them.
You said a lot of words there. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Guys, like, some of this is incompetence, yes? Like, yes, some of it, I mean, come on, guys. Like, it's some of this is like pure incompetence. I look, I'm not saying there's no malfeasance here. What I'm saying is they're very bad at what they do.
Charges, or are we just tired of them being annoying?
I was going to try to link it to get Ben to say, like, because he said that Ben sent him. So if I can get Ben to say, yeah, well, I did tell him to go over there and do that, then I have harassment charges on Ben. But also at the same time, I don't care that much. It's more of just the fact that they're trying to be sneaky about it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just trying to be sneaky about it. Okay, oh, they're going to mute some more. This Officer Hawkins guy is a complete douchebag. I think you just got to look at Officer Hawkins a lot. I think maybe, like, he's the main, like, I don't know. Like, it seems like it's the same dude over and over again. Oh, code. Interesting. I wonder if they gave the dog a code, so then the dog would, like, automatically, like, signal. So this is interesting.
So Hawkins sends the other officer to go talk to Ben and Tyler and to sniff around and see what he can smell, see if he can smell alcohol. And then he also uses some sort of code word.
Can he smell alcohol? Can he smell alcohol?
That I believe hints at their plan C in case the alcohol scheme doesn't work out, which is just accusing them of being on drugs. Listen closely and you'll hear Officer Hawkins saying something pretty bizarre and nonsensical at the end of his conversation with this other officer. He says, "At the furry tail."
If
You want to just get in close to him? I mean, without getting in his car, but...
Yeah. At the furry tail.
What is that? That's got to be code, right? At the furry tail. What does that even mean? Well, like, this is like, what does at the furry tail mean? That's so bizarre.
I believe this must be their secret code for his intention to go with drug allegations in the event that the alcohol allegations don't pan out.
I'll talk to the driver again and see if I see something.
Oh, God. That's so bad. Yeah, like, Infexus, thank you for the $5. Oh, I gotta speak in code. I can't say dog, so at the furry tail. Yeah, oh, it means dog. Okay, it means drug dog. Got it. Bring in the drug dog. Okay, that's obvious. Okay. Bring in the drug dog.
And then can you just make the passenger find an ID because I can't find it anymore.
And here they go again. Oh, more muted camera. So this Hawkins dude is like... Okay. Let's see.
Period. This important audio was actually completely lost forever, destroyed by Officer Hawkins. Even though Hawkins told Tyler, which was captured on Tyler's camera that he provided to me, that he was recording on his body cam.
I'm recording. Yeah. Right. Okay. Cool.
But he wasn't. That was a lie. So Officer Hawkins originally muted his body cam at 1927.
The guy doesn't have a car then?
And then he finally unmutes it at 2014. About 50 minutes later, after all of the most important law enforcement activities had already occurred, including his conversation with Tyler.
Like, do you feel, like, safe? Right? Like, does this feel safe to you? Like, that the police can mute and then unmute when it's over? This is crazy stuff, right? Like, I mean... why even have cameras if you can just turn off, turn on anytime you wanted to, right? At the furry tail. Jeez, like, this is so bad. Oh, here's the drug. The dog drug is now here.
That allegedly led him to believe Tyler had been drinking and also on drugs, as well as the entirety of all of the field sobriety tests. All that evidence was lost forever, destroyed by the choice of Officer Hawkins.
She's like, corporation criminal store.
You know, we talk about evidence a lot, like spoliation and Pixie and that. Like, it's so funny that you could go to jail for destroying evidence as a plaintiff or defendant. I'm not joking. Like, you can go to jail if you destroy evidence in court. But police constantly destroy evidence, and they never get in trouble for it. So if you had a recording that was important for a trial, and you decide to destroy it and it can't be recovered, you would actually be guilty of destruction of evidence. It's actually something you could go to jail for. And now we have the police officer continuously destroying evidence by muting his body cam. And there's actually no repercussion for this.
Gotcha. Ben, right? Just for your information, Officer Cotton, K9 officer. Officer Hawkins had asked that I ran your vehicle up in there.
Sweet.
Open set, right?
Yeah. So good.
After Tyler performed the field sobriety test.
Okay, so then Officer Hawkins mutes his body camera again. So it's going off and on, off and on. This is really good work by the civil rights lawyer. This is like really, it pieces it together. It's basically piecing together a modus operandi of like how the police behave, and it's not looking good. Like, just like how many times they turn on, off, that's not normal, right? It should just be on the whole time. Why are they doing this?
30 seconds before all of this would happen. I don't need, yeah.
So then, knowing full well that Tyler is sober and that he's obtained zero evidence of Tyler being under the influence of anything, Officer Hawkins still does not release Tyler. He orders him to go stand farther away from him so he can have a conversation with this other officer standing next to him, a conversation that he is about to once again mute, destroying the evidence of what was being said.
I'm gonna have a discussion with this officer. What I'm gonna maybe do is just go on that little plot of land right there. It looks like a sea base. Perfect, right there is fine. Right here? Yep. So, can't find.
Oh God. Like, what is this? What is, like, do they get training? Like, hey, these are the times you mute. These are the times you not mute. And at the worst scenario, we have this, the sergeant's wife is in charge of all other redactions, right? Oh God, it goes mute.
After several minutes of muted scheming.
Look. So, police officer 1 mutes. Look. Look.
Perfect, right there is fine. Yep. So.
Okay, so this officer, Fraughton, mutes his body cam. So they're all in on it at the same time. It's not just one rogue police officer. Guys, it's not one rogue dude. It's policy at this time. He's like, oh, well, okay, cool. And they know exactly when they need to mute. Look at this. Mute.
Can't find
mute.
Then, after several minutes of muted scheming, they still...
They know exactly when it's time to press the mute button, right? Holy, I don't know who is training them, but they have definitely been trained. They either have experienced this like so many times, it's automatic. He doesn't even say, hey, do you mute? He doesn't even look. Like, he's just like, oh.
Continue to harass Tyler, but Tyler's response is just to be polite and extremely cooperative. And then Hawkins shifts back to the real plan of this detention, to scare and intimidate. He threatens Tyler that he's walking a very dangerous line.
I'm willing to cooperate with you guys and do anything you want me to, because I'm not hiding anything. I can promise you that. I promise you. I'm not hiding anything. I will cooperate.
Oh, this is cool. Officer says he will arrest Tyler for impersonating a UPS officer, UPS worker, if he doesn't stop harassing Joss. Experience change. Okay, so this is cool. That was my mistake. I should be using this because it's like on speed and it's on volume.
When they're accusing me of something I've never done before, like drugs, it's definitely scary for sure.
So like I told him, we'll let you guys go now, but you're walking a thin line. Just be mindful of that. Does that make sense?
Okay. What do you think might have caused the dog to? That's not my car.
He's trained on illegal substances. So Tyler's saying that he had 20-some people in his car the last 3 days because of all you YouTubers that are coming through. So if one of them had dropped...
You YouTubers. God damn it. You YouTubers.
Say cocaine or methamphetamine and we found it today, you both would be arrested for it.
Yeah, I mean, the people we were hanging out with were, like, very good kids from my understanding.
I would suggest being careful.
Yeah.
Everyone's good until you find out what they have.
Yeah.
Because from what I see, Christian never came back. He was dodging me, tried to get in your car, and then when I told you guys to tell him to come back, he never came back. Would that be a good soul? Probably not, right?
Now they're talking about souls. Like, none of this is normal. Like, this is like none of... Like, you look at the police behavior, you listen to them, they're pressing mute, unmute, right? Like, I promise you, like, the arrest they made could have been so much worse, guys. Like, we'll get to BBQ Counselor maybe tomorrow, hopefully. But, like, when you view this stuff in context, the guy body slamming, the Marine, when you view like all this stuff in context, like it really makes you think like, how did they not kill somebody? Like how did they not kill somebody?
The other one to charge, then vice versa. Because they should make it pretty close.
This is them.
Okay. Windows are open.
Like, I'm shocked they didn't shoot somebody. Honest to God, I'm shocked.
Everybody step out. Come outside. Third floor. Stand up and come outside. Right now. Let's go. Step outside. Come. Step outside, everybody. Come on.
Look at this guy. Look at where his gun's pointed. Especially this guy. Whoever this guy is. Like, whoever this guy is just the worst. I need a clip of this. Like, just like, how does this even happen? Like, I'm trying to understand, like, why is your gun pointed at their genitalia? Is this police training? Like, I am shocked that they didn't shoot somebody by mistake and kill them based on their previous training and action and behavior, right? Holy look at this guy here. This is the same guy that goes like this. He pointed a gun at the sky, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, it's the same guy like that Reckless Ben has on film. Like, go like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, I am shocked he didn't accidentally, like, shoot somebody in his excitement to, like, body slam them.
What's wrong? Why is he coming back? I don't know. So, just something to think about. Other than that, we're going to let you guys go. Okay? Thank you.
Has your perception of police changed at all as a result of what's happened to you in this incident?
100%. Yeah, for sure it has.
In what way?
I thought they were here to protect, serve the community, but obviously, like, the police out here, it just feels biased. It just feels like I'm getting interrogated because I'm going against somebody that they're on the same side with. I don't know, but it just feels like some of them are on a power trip. They just love power, especially Officer Hawkins, who's just accusing me of being on drugs, even though he knows I'm not on drugs. And now I'm kind of scared of the American Fork Police Department. And it used to be like, oh, if I ever need help, that's who I call. And now I feel like if I could ever call them, they're not going to be there for me. So
Gotta be all about protecting yourself too,
yeah.
Especially with.
So this is exactly the same behavior as this guy here. He says, "I'm a product of you guys. I'm a product of You can hand your. Yeah, this guy right here. He does not trust the police. When the police pull him over, here's ID, here's auto insurance, give me a ticket, I want my ticket. How this guy becomes this guy is exactly from police mismanagement, brutality, whatever you want to call it. It's sad. You know what? I feel sad for him. He should be able to trust the police, and I forget what his channel was. Like, it's like something like that. Like, if somebody can find me a channel, like, he actually has a discussion with the police chief and then the detective who treated him poorly. And he actually explains how he became this way. Why he's so aggressive towards the police. Why he's just like, if the police pull me over, I just give them my ID and my auto insurance. And even if I feel like I've been pulled over wrongfully, I don't talk to the police. Fifth Amendment. Even when the police try to talk to me, Fifth Amendment. Like, this guy he's older. This is how you become so disillusioned with the police. That, like, you are, like, when they pull you over, you don't even... Look, for instance, like, if I'm driving and the police pull me over, and I think, like, you know, I will try to explain to the police, hey, I think you made a mistake, I wasn't, you know, I was stopped, or, you know, it was a, you know, dotted line, it wasn't a solid line, I went there, so I think his reaction is probably one of... Again, we're seeing a lot of sad stuff today from the, you know, the police. But I think his reaction, like, somebody find me the video. I know we live streamed it yesterday. I think this reaction is probably the saddest reaction I've ever seen to the police. But it's a product of his find me his YouTube channel's name. It's a product of constant harassment, constant abuse, constant like being pulled over for no reason, right? Like, you don't get to this level. You don't get to this guy's level unless like shit has hit the fan multiple times. And this is, and it's very sad. Like, he used to trust the police. He used to think he could go to the police, and now he knows he cannot. Oh, Tyler's Productions, thank you. Shout out to let me show you. This is the saddest thing I've ever heard. Like, you know, shout out to him. Oh no, this is Tyler. This is Tyler's Productions. Oh yes, I'm talking about the other guy. But yes, shout out to Tyler Production. Yes, this guy. Yes, this guy. So the police call him.
It seems like a lot of more people are starting to wake up to the opinion, the frivolous reason that you're presenting to me. I
there. I'm not above admitting that I don't know everything. I didn't know that was, you know, an exit as well lane. So I do apologize for the initial stop. And also, you know, when I got to your window and told you to put the window down, you told me no, I shouldn't have told you that I was going to have your window broken by another agency and let myself get amped up. So I apologize as well for letting myself get to that.
Well, I appreciate that, and I will accept your apology. What I do want to say, you know, like, that's what you're presenting to me.
So after he accepted the apology, he read the police report, which lied. So now, pause, like 9:32. The police report lied. So he says, I accept your apology. They took ownership and wrong. So he's like, okay, cool, whatever. And then the apology has been rejected.
What's going on, everybody? Or whatever the case may be, but we have our reasons of doing that. And for you to come up and tell me, you know, you're going to smash my window, that immediately just got me upset. And I try to keep my...
Yes, apology rejected. You know, the apology was accepted, and then it was rejected.
Composure until you told me, again, in my opinion, the frivolous reason as to why you pulled me over. What I think you need to remember is that, you know, like, you're in the business of executing the law. You are a lawman, right? We don't expect you to know everything, but we do expect for you to abide by the law. Telling a person to roll down their window or telling them that that's an order, that's not an order that we have to listen to. That's not a lawful order. A lawful order is backed by a statute. Anything else that you want us to do, that is something that is just personal. We don't have to abide by things that are not per the law. And more people are starting to realize this, and more people are starting to wake up to this, because we're starting to see the injustice that is going around, because too many people with badges just let it go to their head. I have no doubt that I'm not the first person that you did this to.
Yes, exactly. That's my story, my Jewish story about like the store owner who catches the employee stealing. And then his wife is like, hey, that's the first time you caught them stealing, but I promise you that isn't the first time they stole. So this guy calls them for what it is. This isn't the first time you've done this.
I think that because when I told you, you know, it was going to go on YouTube, you told me, I don't care what, or something along the lines of, you know, I'm not worried about it. That is a sign that you've been doing this for way too long.
That is a sign you've been doing this for way too long.
And then I was just the person to finally expose it. People think that I'm doing this or that I did this because of a lawsuit and I want money and stuff. I don't care about any of that crap. What I care about is accountability. What I care about is that people are doing the right thing when they are in a position that has so much power that can destroy people's lives.
100%. Like, this guy's had enough. Like, this is this is probably Reckless Ben in like 10 years or 20 years, right? No, it's just called, I just found it here. It's called Atomized. It's right here. So.
When I say you guys, I don't mean a broad paintbrush, but it seems like a lot of law enforcement forget that. They forget the power that they have to ruin people's lives, and most people just cave. But there's some people that are out there.
Exactly. Most people just cave. Spineless Ben. We can watch Spineless Ben again if we want to. Or not. But we know there are many young people, part of Reckless Ben's group even, who cave. They just cave.
That are like me, that are tired of it. I'm literally a product of law enforcement being used the wrong way against.
I am literally a product. This is the saddest part about this, guys. So we saw a lot of sad things today, but this is probably my saddest thing. I'm literally a product of law enforcement being abused. The reason he's so angry, the reason that he's so, like, just get over, give me the ticket, whatever, right? He doesn't even want to talk to the police. He's his Fifth Amendment, right?
Against me, and I'm fed up with it, and there's going to be more.
It's used against me. So he specifically, personally, has been harassed, abused, given tickets that he probably shouldn't be given. And the saddest part is he's like, give me my ticket. And the police can't even do that correctly. So he knows because he takes that route every day. American Fork Police Department is 1 hour away. They have no idea what that route looks like. They're not even supposed to be there. So again, he is an individual who has been harassed so often in Utah that to protect himself, when the police come, he just says, give me my ticket or F off. That is sad, man. That is so sad. That you cannot trust the police to that level of extent, right? To that level of extent. Like, that makes me feel very sad to be an American. It does. The way that they treat people
that are out there that are like this. The only thing that we ask is that you just do your job according to the law. It's equivalent to like going to check out.
So yeah, that probably is the saddest part, I think. And this guy's getting it too. The younger generation is finally getting it. Hey, when we're in trouble, can we ask the police to help us? No, I mean, the answer is no.
Being in American Fork, have you seen that there was this town hall meeting where some people were speaking up against the police department?
I did see that, yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on that?
I think it's actually awesome that they're standing up for Ben and I and how we were treated. It's really cool, actually. The communities kind of come together and supported me, especially.
Our police department in March went on a crusade against an individual, and he now has legal rights to sue this city. That is going to be our taxpayer dollars that are going to have to pay for that.
When Bricks and Minifigs filed this civil lawsuit against Ben, do you know whether you were included in that?
Oh, yeah. They said Ben, two other people that's names are also on there. I think Brian and Victor. And then 15 John Does. So I have no idea if I'm included in it or not, but they said 15 other people. The names haven't been released yet, so we'll see.
I'll put that GoFundMe up and hopefully help get you guys.
Let me put the. Oh, so this is and friends. So that would include Tyler. Yeah, this is the Tyler. Duh. So Sheldon was actually in our chat recently. So Sheldon was in our chat recently because he made a video like a minute ago that we covered, and yeah. So if you want to find out why everyone thinks I'm a fake lawyer, there you go. So I definitely donate money to them. They're going to need it, okay? Lawyers are not cheap. I think Doe, Sheldon, Tyler, I'm almost positive Sierra has to be the server processor, yes? Right? That's their friend. I don't know who Sierra is, but I'm assuming it's the server processor because he was in a lot of the videos together. Yeah, litigation is expensive. And honestly, like in this case, I wouldn't have any issue if they actually use this to like pay for things they need, like food, rent, and so on. These guys are not like wealthy, super wealthy, rich people. They're young people. You know, young people have time, but often they don't have wealth, right? When you get a little older, you get more wealth, but then you don't have time. So, yeah, this is their GoFundMe. Definitely, like, if you can, this is confirmed. There's no question this is the real Sheldon, okay? So, yeah. Let's watch the rest of the video, but that is their GoFundMe. Shout out to Sheldon.
To fight off that civil lawsuit.
So the call-in, who is very much into the weeds, says Sierra is the server. That is confirmed. Yeah, so she's the girl of the braids, who was the process server.
If you have to, and then hopefully file some civil rights lawsuits here.
Heck yeah, thank you.
Whether you're a resident of California or American Fork, Utah, and whether you're a Mormon or not a Mormon, we are all equally protected under the First and Fourth Amendments of the U.S. Constitution. And as I've discussed in this video, as well as the last video.
So yeah, shout out to them. And again, have I donated, Las? Oh my God. Now the haters are going to say I didn't donate. Yes, I donated live. And my name is like here. Oh my God. Guys, I don't understand chat. Like, Jesus Christ. Come on. Are you kidding me? I would donate more. I only found out that I could donate like today from the thing. Obviously, if I knew the donation would have my name on it, I probably would just donate from like a company, right? But I don't know how it works. I don't have GoFundMe. So I just like did whatever, right? No, you don't need to believe me. My name is right here. Right? It's an hour ago. I donated an hour ago. Oh, how can you promote this and not donate to it? Oh my God, I can't believe you didn't donate to it. Oh. Oh, God damn it. You can literally record yourself donating in real time and then show the screenshot, right? And then people will be like, oh, you didn't donate. Did you donate? You donate? Oh, we got an email from the Bricks and Minifigs franchise owner. Okay, franchise owner Bricks and Minifigs says, look at the package in the video. It's a USP. Okay, so franchise owner says, look at the package in the video. It is a USPS label. That is a federal offense. So, okay. So he's saying the label is a federal offense, right? Okay. It's now time for me to eat something, guys. Yes, I have donated, and I wouldn't tell you to donate if I myself did not donate. Yes, obviously. Okay, guys. I am hungry. I have a Pokemon collection to buy. And have a good rest of the day. Thank you, guys. Bye, guys.